brothers and sisters, the problems we face are real, but so are the solutions. We can rebuild our economy, we can create jobs, we can restore faith in governance, but we must commit to the hard work of change. You were not appointed to occupy space. You were appointed to solve problems. Let me remind you of the social contract we have entered into. The Ghanaian people expect us to deliver, and we must not with excuses, but with results. I've said before and I repeat now, this is the legacy term of my presidency. I intend to make it count. I intend for it to matter. And I expect that every member of this administration will do the same. We must work with a sense of urgency, and President Jonathan spoke about the 4-year term. Our young people are tired of waiting interminably. Our farmers, our workers, our entrepreneurs, especially our women and youth, want to see policies that work for them. They want fairness, they want opportunity, they want to live in dignity and prosperity. Indeed, they are not asking for handouts. They're asking to be given a fair shot. And let's give them just that. The task before us requires leadership that is empathetic, that is disciplined and accountable, leadership that is not defined by titles, but by service, that is not defined by slogans, but by substance. And so I issue this challenge to each of you to lead your sectors with vision and integrity, to champion innovation, make decisions based on facts and data and not on guesswork, spend public funds wisely and judiciously, reject opulence, and never forget your first duty is to the people of Ghana and not to your own political survival, not to the applause you will get, and not to your personal gain. I want each of you to leave this retreat with a clarity of purpose and with the humility to keep learning. This job is not about knowing it all. It is about listening. Example, I'll stay true to the values. And please remember, when any of us fall short, I will not hesitate to act. I didn't think that was what you would clap for. Let us leave here with renewed determination. Let us work not for applause, but for results. Let us lead with honor, and let us remember always that the true measure of our success will be the lives we touch and the legacy we leave behind. And finally, let me remind us all that the destiny of our party and our future success depends on the legacy that this current administration will establish. And so we must give it our all. We must work together to make our party's future successful. I therefore have the privilege and honor to declare this executive leadership program duly open. My brothers and sisters, the problems we face are real, but so are the solutions. We can rebuild our economy, we can create jobs, we can restore faith in governance, but we must commit to the hard work of change. You were not appointed to occupy space. You were appointed to solve problems. Let me remind you of the social contract we have entered into. The Ghanaian people expect us to deliver, and we must not with excuses, but with results. I've said before and I repeat now, this is the legacy term of my presidency. I intend to make it count. I intend for it to matter. And I expect that every member of this administration will do the same. We must work with a sense of urgency, and President Jonathan spoke about the 4-year term. Our young people are tired of waiting interminably. Our farmers, our workers, our entrepreneurs, especially our women and youth, want to see policies that work for them. They want fairness, they want opportunity, they want to live in dignity and prosperity. Indeed, they are not asking for handouts. They're asking to be given a fair shot, and let's give them just that. The task before us requires leadership that is empathetic, that is disciplined and accountable, leadership that is not defined by titles, but by service, that is not defined by slogans, but by substance. And so I issue this challenge to each of you to lead your sectors with vision and integrity, to champion innovation, make decisions based on facts and data and not on guesswork, spend public funds wisely and judiciously, reject opulence, and never forget your first duty is to the people of Ghana and not to your own political survival, not to the applause you will get, and not to your personal gain. I want each of you to leave this retreat with a clarity of purpose and with the humility to keep learning. This job is not about knowing it all. It is about listening. For example, I'll stay true to the values, and please remember, when any of us fall short, I will not hesitate to act. I didn't think that was what you would clap for. Let us leave here with renewed determination. Let us work not for applause, but for results. Let us lead with honor, and let us remember always that the true measure of our success will be the lives we touch and the legacy we leave behind. And finally, let me remind us all that the destiny of our party and our future success depends on the legacy that this current administration will establish. And so we must give it our all. We must work together to make our party's future successful. I therefore have the privilege and honor to declare this executive leadership program duly open. My brothers and sisters, the problems we face are real, but so are the solutions. We can rebuild our economy, we can create jobs, we can restore faith in governance, but we must commit to the hard work of change. You were not appointed to occupy space. You were appointed to solve problems. Let me remind you of the social contract we have entered into. The Ghanaian people expect us to deliver, and we must not with excuses, but with results. I've said before and I repeat now, this is the legacy term of my presidency. I intend to make it count. I intend for it to matter. And I expect that every member of this administration will do the same. We must work with a sense of urgency, and President Jonathan spoke about the 4-year term. Our young people are tired of waiting interminably. Our farmers, our workers, our entrepreneurs, especially our women and youth, want to see policies that work for them. They want fairness, they want opportunity, they want to live in dignity and prosperity. Indeed, they are not asking for handouts. They're asking to be given a fair shot, and let's give them just that. The task before us requires leadership that is empathetic, that is disciplined and accountable, leadership that is not defined by titles, but by service, that is not defined by slogans, but by substance. And so I issue this challenge to each of you to lead your sectors with vision and integrity, to champion innovation, make decisions based on facts and data and not on guesswork, spend public funds wisely and judiciously, reject opulence, and never forget your first duty is to the people of Ghana and not to your own political survival, not to the applause you will get, and not to your personal gain. I want each of you to leave this retreat with a clarity of purpose and with the humility to keep learning. This job is not about knowing it all. It is about listening. For example, I'll stay true to the values, and please remember, when any of us fall short, I will not hesitate to act. I didn't think that was what you would clap for. Let us leave here with renewed determination. Let us work not
for ourselves. Let us therefore examine our position seriously and objectively to see how well we have managed so far and evaluate our points of weakness and the necessary remedies. Let us determine what modifications are needed to adjust our strategy to counter the movements of the enemy and overcome him. This requires some plain speaking. And for the sake of Africa, let us speak plainly. As I said, our greatest danger stems from disunity and the inability to see that the realization of our hopes and aspirations, the realization of our objective of total African independence, and of our future progress and prosperity is inextricably bound up with the necessity to unify our policy and actions in connection with the continued struggle for independence and the greater task of economic and social reconstruction beyond it. We must therefore face the issue of African unity now, for only unity will make the artificial boundaries and regional demarcations imposed by colonialism obsolete and superfluous. African unity will thus provide an effective remedy for border disputes and internation troubles. In a united Africa, there could be no frontier claims between Ethiopia and Somalia, or between Zanzibar and Kenya,
and let us
Guinea or Liberia, or between Ghana, Togoland and the Ivory Coast.
Will be the lives
because we would regard ourselves as one great continental family of nations. Some of the leaders, it must be confessed, do not see the struggle of their brother Africans as part of their own struggle. Even if they did, they would not be free to express their solidarity. These rifts are consciously created by the imperialists between Africans, where they can sit back and watch with sly satisfaction, as well as contempt for those who fail to see how they are being used against Africa's best interests. Regrettably, those states include some who were among the freedom fighters of yesterday and who haven't won their independence, are willing to drop it for some token aid and thereby deny to those still struggling for freedom even their moral support. Here is a phenomenon against which all African freedom fighters must be on their guard and resist to the utmost.
bia we are what men carefree no. I salute. More joining ye on your Facebook page. Yada mo ase na wie. Asem we da bia meka. Sir utia sika ede ato eye data. Na what activate to Facebook just to follow the Citizen Show. Ayana enya better. Anti ayana safo no very dear to my heart, and the reason why me acknowledge you more. So John Geza is here. Thank you, John. Ni Dodu. I join here me Aluku. So I join. And I to Dako. My soldier. Okay, Rasa Kotoko. And happy Bever Danso. Jamilatu Mohammed is here. Says you are loud and clear inside my office. Thank you, Jamilatu. Kwajo Fiagbe also is here. My soldier, another strong man, another strong supporter. Yeda omunyina say. My friend who are joining my main fan say various companies are omo any juma. And oti first two companies omo ebe omo adverts and yoma enka ye ni baby Situ, thank you. Hey, my Jeffua, Oceana, na Waba, Joe Topman. All right, and you Kofi as Sabre says that I'm here. Yeah, I know, I can see you. Erika Mankwa, yeah, that's it. Okay, my main father say my production crew and Kwame Kwache fit one day call minister when we are na say come paiteni your social media handler yeah da omunyina say and awia ohima amasika says will be I don't land yo ayi what the honto ayi ne bae yo. Okay, so Medina say my production crew no my finance so ma LM Belle for Momoti and Count West End FM. Same time no Benya FM Yedoma say Benya FM Yedoma say ewo Elmina Kalamala say Pen Dream TV so yo how hey Kalamala oko fa some abo chale at that time hey yes, ma kwa kan you pu. Na se akwa me kwa chi de ni suhufuo ebi ni wiase. Na ye nyina na ye de ye ko police station. Kwa chi edru ada ye be report ye ho a se. Commander de ka kira me ma. That was what my ever best review kwa se so slow say ye kwa ye be lock ye. O slow say oh, Rani Yakubo. Na case ba ku bia be dwi mo so. Yeah, me de kwa me kokotra. Kwa me si bi dura me gas wa get djuma wa. Oh, Rani. Kwa me si bi dura me ga jere control so nya djuma. Anyway, so Sama, yeah, that's me brave. Ibrahim Musa, that's me brave. Ghana for na ye name bedin komobi, and then come on and hear me. But before that, no Kwame, I think we should do with a Cadman Mills. A quick one. But Mami Musa will say so far a year school placement, you know, to say. But my friend said, "Dear mommy," because Omona a year reports. I don't know. Omona more grounds. So school placement. You know what is happening? I've heard. Is it better than previous or there are challenges?
She say unti dede wo ho bebre. Nipa ne bebre no a omo anya placement no. According to Suleiman, omo deputy coordinator no. ɔmo adirect obiara sɛ ɔnkɔ ɛyɛ friend say not hall okɔ so a ɔmo set up center yɛ nipa hɔ no ɛbɛ direct o sɛ wo obi hɔ no mo a na ɛvan sɛ bi a ɔfa achimota
yeah
wanya grade bɛyɛ 10 and wanya grade 6 or 7 but of her science science for no so ɔmo fa achimota no so yɛ bebree so in that case they will look at the raw score
okay
nti wobɛhu sɛ ebi a na obi fa home economics no nya bɛyɛ 17 ni afa na achimota but wo no a wonya 6 and 7 no ya ofa hɔ no because of our science nti ɔmo check raw score no ɛyɛ better than wo deɛ nti wo sɛ de wonya 17 of our home economics and general as and visual as no ya fa no when direct placement
I see
now wenya
I see all right okay me wa juma bi a me ye no sisi a anti ma me nyɛ sɛ juma no embra yeah anyway so ma men koye juma kakra bi en awie many Cadman Tamils Unia Edima, the former president John Evans Tamils Chief Akwaba. Hello. Pachotimenka. Okay. Chairman Akwaba.
Oh, you Muba.
Uncle Cadman, you per se dim komo kakra and say for the past 2 months or so, and koma what Ghana pa galamsey issues. Then what raise some few points. But baby nkrofo na kakra baby raise say the NDC government so serious to fight galamsey. Nkrofo adwene kakra o say ubetumi ma ye breakdown why, what are the indicators? The NDC government is not serious in fighting galamsey.
Me that's it. There be some dumb questioning. Now, in fact, galamsey salmon is about to abano ma yetum na yakawansa. First, in the last 2 months, and could say na started there. Yerika, galamsey, Assam, Mampo. We started America galamsey, Assam Archer. First, now, unfortunately, me show long articles about it. A 3 year started the social media. Galamsey, I started a problem with Ghana. Actually, my brother time. Na galamsey wo. Kufuor time na galamsey wo, but at least at a very low level. My brother time na galamsey started papa. Akufo-Addo time we issue license bebree was a man for the 1 year exploration. For the longest time, galamsey no your problem. Let's not deny it. Name no kwanye there wait the timer. We reach critical level. Maba, minimum age, but my from Maba, nam the menu Africa.
And a credit.
Bibia, ye Ghana. In ye time, I ebage na on yakade. one and a fault, another one and a fault. In Bafraba Waro one were Galamsey zones. Many of them were deformed. There's a big problem with developmental retardation on them there. Well, heavy metals were the one bodies in America, near Mancots in America. Studies away in them. Here, water bodies. Why is so totally polluted? There, in Tumkra, in bottled water or bottled wa Ghana, on them there. That in oil wa Ghana. Nemum za in oil more. On them there, oil silent killer. Studies are being in a what's the Contumbria Woodia or a Galamsey zones, another Mankini, another a cassava, Nina or a poisoned. Mutuaba ma NDC, no campaign ma NDC. On them there, let me feel there. Government are ordering MPP government and take Galamsey seriously. NDC, my party, or promise say there's a Oba LI 2642 or Oko. They will declare state of emergency. They will make sure that Galamsey will get. Last time I might say, no. What's the LI 2642 or about modifying? That time in saying there will be declared state of emergency. There or they even there say Yejay Galamsey. Here receipts are Yenya were foreign exchange on them golden. Na president and Ansah the nanum pokain or Nina do figure I'm saying. Baya Ansah or the sacrifice. Now, Mr. No. Obviously, the seriousness of this thing. Yes, you Zagwer. Mankade NDC for now we are responsible solely or even more than anybody else. But Ms. Mijezi, Ms. Tuhunu, there will be no pre-verification. There will be no hesitation. They will do what they have to do. And they will do it ruthlessly because it's lives involved. It's the future generations which are being affected. And it's not just people in the gold producing area or Galamsey producing area. It's all of us. We may not see it. And there is, Sikebia in Uriazima, or you're worth a problem.
Uncle Cadman, me pacho, Obama ma kwenya kakra na mebusa bibia.
Onyam pacho.
Niema mienu. Baako ye obo ensem bi so about state of emergency. Eya na ose president anu yie no. Na ebia na akoye misinformation. Yesua de wadaroma. Na president say say ebia state of emergency ne be affect other legally licensed companies mining companies. Na ɛhɔ no so mfaso a Ghana nya free hɔ no emu so kakra. Mete sɛ na aka sɛ ɔse galamsey ebia na yɛ so ne yɛante ne yie. Yɛn ntine nka ɔmo so ɔmo hwɛ ɛkwaye ɔmo bɛfa so na ɔmo adane state of emergency ne mu na ankɔ affect other legally licensed for no. Now say yɛde no cancer
me ye yano madam there oyaza
Pocho
papa
Pocho
mission so kakra
Pocho.
in fact me catch there me start the more about gala saying there azukra mo huni onye there in fact the orkodo here mining sector ni there in Crawford when you are part of it paying for the now are you very recent what pass the LI 2642 and an Ostate what port Minerals Commission now what can you license now what can you or your license for exploration. Almost all the in fact, small scale miners, no to do say, license a working time or your exploration license. Now, exploration license or try it to me prospect. You dig a hakaka, and there gold deposits with one. Now, even gold depositor, more than any day, it conduct geological tests. Now, if you're there, deposits not our one, or sufficient quantities to be worth it there by exploiter. Near there, my main gold chain was doing see. Now, other dig baby are there for gold. Other studies, soil samples, Nazina. Now, it determined the golden or sufficient quantities are now or economic quantities. Demiria. No, other a prepare plan of development. Now, is submit for evaluation by the licensing company, licensing authority in Ghana. Into a prepare plan of development or try the gold that may have no sizing. Now, exploiter obey in economic quantities, it will be worth it. Now, if we are back at the method I may use, I extract me. Now, if we are at there, I suspect there or affect impact environment in this way and that way. Now, measures may use, now limit another may reduce environmental impact. Another to reduce more correct environmental damage on it. Ansah na wa mining license. Ubianye biana. Small scale miners with the exploration contracts, no, it's mining. In yet mining licenses. Now, exploration, mining, mining. Illegal, they be used exploration contracts inside mining. In Crawford, work at the way illegal miners in illegal miners. What exploration licensing principle? No man can know. Where singing the dam no record. In Crawford Peak, it a license on any day. What finance galamsey? Nikeja say. Steve Nakacham, okay, Mutu may use my mining. Moko mining commission, Makaji exploration contract. Now my order, a friend excavator. All the water pumps, chan farm or whatever they call it, in Nyama. Namzama problem worry. Your laws or insist there, it'll be a mining or the geologist, the scientist, who behind you. We use fake names, no, behind check. It is what can they, and when I work it a license and one kagalam say from her oil before. The Ghana, you so lax. You try that you be use every, you violate every rule. Check when I walk a forest reserve. Where you galam say 1 year water bodies. Obiani mining license. On them there is no mining authority in Ghana. Obutu mama on license that one kaya mining on our water bodies. Because they would have had to do an environmental impact assessment.
Uncle, sir, who are buying na Oshe? Yes, said your kind of galamse a free baby neighbor. But said your wow so side G2 say Yerua Akufuado said you see JJ near Memu Basano. So you can appreciate the 8 years damage. Then another government can, unfortunately for us Ghana no abambi aba or the approach neighbor yen said that lay down processes say e bia we approach nyina dey galamsey. So the current government in 9 months in office say okay yenti water guard, okay you moving now almost say omatimi seize about forest bay 9 forest zones na enkrofo kom ekotu galamsey. Now they are moving to water areas. Make sure be in Suwa and Ketua Ewa Omo Etum. Looking at all these measures, don't you think the current administration will hear encouragement rather than say you
No, Pacha. Zamri Ewa. Onumumna me feel there. Or your encouragement. First, inye ehun ode ehun de galamsey says ya inkrofo pii were very powerful. What was ka? Worship. But try to obey Bibia to stop it. Say President Mahama or send IGP Nunkro for Uncle Forest to everyone stop one hour. No, we use one political power now we'll stop Mahama from doing it. Mahama only the support of every Ghanaian. Mahama only the voice of every Ghanaian. The Damoko says some Yoroko di Yenti on the Okuyenina. Mahama Nankutsi on two on your Bibiara. Mahama on here political support. In fact, Mitrawi what Twitter say on here there all son of Ghana for no kebisa on mandate. They're Obiaran supporting because on yet a simple issue. In Crawford P. One economic future or depend on Galamsey. In Crawford P. Why invest? We're friendly then excavators, nadam. Don't worry, you wait. Adrian, we're better now. No, we fold one answer. All do some time. Even presidents need the support of the people. They need the anger of the people to get up and to say, no, we are behind you, Mr. President. Do whatever it takes to save our lives. And it's not criticism. Or yet criticism. Like I don't know. Mr. President, as in region, ɔyɛ problem nti yɛntumi yɛn drag yɛn feet na yɛntum so na yɛma nkurɔfo nkɔ do na ɛhu na ɔyɛ meyɛ ɔnye dɛ ɔyɛ aborɔfo baka symptomatic wɔ hɛn problem wɔ Ghana. For the longest time, maka the galamsey problem ɔyɛ problem a ɔkyerɛ conflict between the collective, we the people in Ghana as a nation, not private interests. Or a conflict, and I'm there, our galam saying. In yet we could say na obado. Iya galam say or affect him. Emia me a galam saying. It say what about the Wawukruma or affect him? Emia more coast star region a me a galam saying. Water pollution will take place for the galamsey zones in central region. There's a conflict. Conflict between personal interest, personal profit, and the collective profit, the collective well-being. In Ghana, for the longest time, and it's not just simply galamsey. There's always the pursuit of the personal interest to the detriment of the collective interest. It could be able to move forward. So, obia or selfish interest. Now, the collective can go hang. It's not possible. I'm so passionate about this because this is what is happening in Ghana.
So, Uncle, at this point, and if I know, what are we missing in fighting the galamsey?
What are we missing?
Yes.
First, or they admit that this is a national problem, this is a national emergency. We'll be any time. About the one fault, another one or yedam, another one or yedam. What's the word in we have to move and have to move with determination. And it needs the support of every Ghanaian. Yense, ma ubiare. That's number one. Number two, Odebisa, how did we get here? How did we get here? Sudan, na Ghana, yedu babia, ifize, inkrafu wakaya politics, only to advance their personal interests. Abanisika was on Sabo. Irie abanisika, inkrafu praise, nyaoza. Sometimes in railway lines in the crowd, we go to Tundazen or one nan. What's the BBO? I was saying. Any other country. So in where Abanis Ghana or in Ngwase, or friend antisocial behavior, punishment and you're very, very, very high. Say, Nukuya Obinu Ghana, there was better. The back of the comes in. Mr. Kuya Abanisika, Abano Kabano Zutonza. Now, antisocial behavior, go China. They won't tolerate corruption. They will not tolerate anything that puts the risk of 35 million people at risk. It's nonsense. But how do we get here? Well, here you know, here I am paying for. Into that me yajon papa. Yacha troopy. The standard line or the young constitution and you change it. The first thing or the many bia nyanyin pakor no decide the BBR. There are different sources of responsibility and power. Here were parliament. Oh no, Oshe, Yendo, me representative, no, no, or Kelibam. Now you were executive, president. Oh no, now yes, Ansah, the on your policies now, Obama Amana. Now you were judiciary. Yeah, what order here constitutional where there is clear separation of powers. So that not one instance near parliament could say, near president could say, near judiciary could say no decide the BB. We have to change our constitution to ensure separation of powers so that we can make sure that no one individual. But what do you have in Ghana? Hey, we are president. We all down. Hey, Supreme Court judge now are appointed. You can appoint as many as you want. Parliament, ministers, Kafan Parliament. It's winning Accra100. BBI in our club. Hey, Mr. Ejuma were a president of a company. For gentlemen. No, I say we have an imperial presidency. So you're changing it. I say, most years started Fourth Republic.
Yeah.
On them, you were military leader. Now you get or dada. Yeah. Hawk civilian government. In the Constitution, 1992 Constitution, I started. All my president power, papa. Nampocho but when you're so careful, when you try now, what's the here? Power. Why? Oh, you see, we have to really make sure that we have a constitution where there is separation of powers and where there is checks and balances.
But Uncle,
that's number one.
We are at least. We have parliament or no or yen juma executive yen juma judiciary ni so check will be na kakra kra we kra no say yentimi check ye ho na say galamse entokwa be ye problem amaye ya until when you be separate adane constitution musa enkosi aga because adene attitude more than maybe law. Attitude were way out as so soon. Attitude say imam dam pawe na catch them mean change my attitude. A waste of time. Attitude is important. Make sure say me right attitude na me a wrong thing about my punishment. Yes. No, I mean, I'm saying mom don't pot shop. It has to be stopped. Full stop. I mean, there's no debate. And we have to do anything necessary. And I'm there, our lives depend on it. Mahama, if he wants to, can make a public appeal, go back to the people for a mandate. But this one there, there's no play around. Look, I'm selfish. But Ghana, listen, stomach problem. Yeah.
It's just from drinking the water. Now why are you in there? No. I mean, no. I mean, no other country will accept that. No amount of money is worth it. No. I mean, we don't even discuss it. It's not discussed, But from then on, then we have to, and it's a slow process. See where we got. And, we really have to, as a nation, think where we are going. And I am there. Say, Eka Asama only the same as Wopatia. Now, what's it? You are criticizing them. It's not necessarily a critique. It's offering a different point of view. Baby Ayidi Wagana is a kade NDC position. Maybe so that one NDC no positioning it then. In a political party, there's always constant, debate and constant exchange of opinion. In fact, Rollins in Rollins in a party in Oko. In fact, Atamils in your home, see Atamils is also bad. Oko, Mahama, he is leaving. He has to leave after 3 years. You see what is happening and what should be happening in the NDC is a serious debate as to the direction of NDC in the future. What do we stand for? And nobody has a monopoly on that. And it's not by doing keep fits and by, going on back to jobs. But you define NDC. And as an NDC member, I have every right to say where NDC should be going in the future. And it's not a critique.
It's an opinion.
It's an opinion. And it's an attempt to directly appeal to the public that a Hana in Ghana for or the Yako. It is a Kafa president over deliver on that point. So don't call it critique.
Every
political party has tendencies.
Agagadman, Kofi Kinata or Frita Kradina or Oyonyum Tuni. Ninyum be our boy say, Kofi Menko, Sabetana Kofi Woho. Baby, Eric Kakon. I don't say, Uncle Cadman.
And from and tell the enemy is 80 years older.
80?
Maka, Abai.
If you're okay.
Maka.
But who's a waka?
Zako Agana Moyankanuka.
Yeah.
No, that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, instead of labor going in you.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Medasi.
For
Manka there, criticize NDC government. No. Me pay them contribute to the future of NDC.
Great.
But much more importantly, me pay them contribute to the future of Ghana.
We agree.
I mean, say that Obia debate seriously. Baby, or the as Ghanaians or as a country. Ghana, what potentialities. You can't believe it.
Yeah.
In fact, 2 years ago, Tsunami Baby na from was set up a think tank be a friend Solidaire Ghana. Now pede me a chairman na yedren the future of Ghana. Crawford were members of the panel. Well, they're very impressive. University professors and things. Raymond Atuguba. So this is really fantastic. Are they in future of Ghana? Now, a try the new Obiabaka about the future of Ghana. First of all, because it's about support my president.
Still, Anga Cadman, about Bodo, no Modo.
No, it's not about who's going to be president. It's about where we are going as a nation.
Bocho, Uncle Bocho,
Obiapedoya president or number one Onya.
you best Ogwe market. Thank you so much. I can't remember that's me, bro.
That's I'm a big
all right, thank you so much. Live at Accra100.5 Citizen Show. Yeah. This country is on the road. I'm on fire, you. I'm on for. You just I'm on for no. Say, Jawa. From Osu, thank you, Priscilla. Okay, innocent. Maria Adams says MPP gave over 2,005 licenses and allowed them to mine in the forest, only for them to turn around and to blame a 9-month-old government. I don't blame them, but blame the government for playing around with the Gala issue. Okay. Innocent says Bobie this afternoon there it'll be like Terminator. Oh Charlie. Nielante, Mr. Mills, if you know very well that President JDM needs the support of all Ghanaians, then why do you accuse him? Your unnecessary utterances have exposed you, okay? So he claims it's not accusation or criticism. Maria Adams says since the lands minister has described the Galamseyers as terrorists, they should be dealt with as such. Name and shame all the kingpins doing Gala. All licenses should be redrawn or revoked, and the forest and lands minister should go to the sites of these. Okay, so let's move on. And the minister says, so those doing Gala, no, why? Ghana for Kamuno Omontiye. Would Eduji says the Galamsey is a genocide waiting to explode. Sana Kosa says Nana Baumia and Wuntumi destroyed our waters in 8 years. MPP Satan Company. All right, so Francis Osei says Chema Wuntumi alone had more than 400 excavators in the country. David Agbanyaga says greetings from USA. Massachusetts, okay, thank you. Bruce Kwabena Messiah, PhD, says the government do not need encouragement, but requires constructive criticisms and solutions. That is what we are looking for. All right, so thank you. Mame Ketwa says MPP Egu. John Nanando says NDC has shown great commitment to the Galamsey fight and they will win. David Agbanyaga says, Bobie, tomorrow is my birthday. Okay, so happy one for you in advance. Prince Ofosuware says, Commander, why don't you want him to flow? Please, no katasumu. Kata bibiasu mumu bibiasu. Yeah, na interview no. Na producer mama signal say, Olman say obeko we binti. Anambwa. Okay, so okobe binti that time na so. Would that do Jesus? If you mean, Mamma, the born bit, Human is happening. Wisdom says, Bobie, nice graphics. I like the changes you are bringing to the show. All right, thank you. Wudedu says, facts are facts. The truth hurts. He's saying it as it is. You can take it or leave it. Abdullah Ghani Al Hassan Tiyawuma. Please, that man does not. He's not providing any solutions to the fight against Gala. Okay, so Nia Ayemo says, good job, Commander One. And the Mullers is here. Galamsey fighting with. Okay, so Maria Adams said that testers. Okay, thank you so much. Now, let's come back to this placement. You know, maybe just 10 minutes. So let's talk to a man for Mefa callers. Just 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes. Mefa callers. Just 10 minutes. Okay, no, 6 minutes. So yeah, time on me. So tell me, I offer for. Tell me about BC placement Abano. To say, is it better than the previous, or is it worse than the previous? Your observations. Mwa titru mwa mama enya akwenya. Mama we so 0302208090. We are talking about school placement. Please don't come and talk about BBBR. 0302208090 and net placement and the previous and then no better and now things are getting worse. Hello.
Kwabena Bobie Ansah.
Yes, sir.
Where your original Tanta now?
Oh, Pacho Young original.
Commander,
sir. I mean,
aya mumbi mayena yenemu na ye adwuma no ene wa ya de. Commander, placement no de eye me de a me opase ono ne de eye nti onye school. Na de me kan say education minister ene ye Papa John Dramani Mahama omo ye adwuma den e de ama oman Ghana. Emre bi atwam akwala bi a menim no nya 99 oko school. Commander, 99.
Original 99. As I just know, Ankatano. Grades ni say.
Commander, no.
So ni na wonya FF Krampo okay kabuma edu 99. Ya mo ya de bu an mo amabonsam kra ho.
Commander, me tell you asama dem ya mi
Mate omojo so all right, so I'm for another caller. Hello. All right, so I lost my second caller. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Boko Minia. Pacho, position who ye kakra mame. Too bad. Let's move on. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fine afternoon, that is it.
Nyami adum boko.
I'm afraid as soon as I'm
okay, as I'm for whom yanko.
And I will be replacement in the first be an
I see. Edia na man ye chair first dear no.
So first no born ma. Wait me and I bet to say be 35, 40, 45 or so. I know it means.
I see. All right. Me da say mame ko for another caller. Hello.
Hello, me brother Bobie ba ku pe.
Hello, mame.
Yes.
Boko.
Good.
Pacha yanko.
Yo, me na me ye particular woman. Particular woman.
I hear Pacha yanko.
Money in our na me so that is on ye pese interest. Your mama is my power ye di nyama bi be ye Ghana for ya kwenwa ye be ji o ma ti mu bi enye ye ta. Celeste no ogusi ye no okwa na misre ko mpa e boma no say Solomon Nyansa no ofandu mu mo because ma hu say ma pa obeye no so mo be bua mi e ja enye no e ya mo Yes, we are friends. Never found one. I'm afraid I'm going to be I did not want to say, I'm going to say, no, balance for me. Yes, Rome, I'm going to keep you good. They won't say to my normal winning. Bye bye.
All right, bye bye. I still have like 2 minutes on the issues about school placement. Hello.
Hello, Bobie.
Yes, sir. Pacho say.
Better from you high.
All right. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
All right, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Pacho, even your friend saying a woman say, yeah, but still, you know, improvement. That the other which no being the cassette, a friend saying, still more your boss, your friends, young bitch, and your friends, still, mountain or mountain, I said, the bear next time, will be uncle, yeah, because school uncle, I feel I know better.
No, but what is the difficulty we are observing?
Oh, Obi will me fear when you're school, but friends, yeah, man.
Pacho say, come again.
Me see Obi will me fear animal. But when you're school, when you're 26.
When you're 26.
But you
But when you're
or yourself placement.
But say 20, which means schools now will choose here no and the 26 meet school criteria.
But still, said yes, you free. No, I will be happy be up for no. Into a friend, your munchen on young said a bear.
And na say schools no or more criteria na.
I met you, but said yeah, a first no, now will be not 30, 6 crown, not 35 crowd to me, Remuno. Said a bear, friends,
and oh no, open say, and this in Piangum Yanko.
Oh, there be not a woman in boom, but there will be a friend when you're 26, no friends. Oh, be a not, oh, yeah, like when you.
And as any school now, or choose you, and you're buying a choose man on one choose you.
On one, you choose here, but you won't show no young people.
Okay, all right, okay, all right, okay, thank you. I think I may pick my last caller. Hello.
Commander.
Yes, sir.
Calling Sydney, do PMO, I'm only.
Pacho Yanko.
Yakupo Shira, papa. I'm say a very good year or the actual about thing. Now, Commander, I am the message me and say, I buy way, yeah, dear, a BC Ghana Bacosemuda. It's in a waka school placement. Say, yeah, and yes, we are this, and see, and yakura, a year. You best papa, me say, challenges being what, make cousin be a premier. Akwala ni ya grade 10 na mestre awofo no won say grade A schools no dodo na person mo ko uye ne sa enye ebi ti se achimota kono ko hwe amanfo a epu a bobie enene na nsana me wo teachers wo enye asem ketwa.
I see.
Obi a person ni back grade school grade A schools no uye ne sa enye akwala no ekura me hu obi die me ka je okura 10 obi die sukura 9 atimota na mfa no enu kire se school se eye grade A require na eye atimota ani sade ni kika ho e wo ho bebre enso no udi wani udi ye se trani atima meka we e ba be towo proni ti me slay ni anom se kade ni ba na se nya wo ye ndisi ni aka se enye enti no mo wo eni front line enye president Mahama na ni kosia we ehu be bia enti na wafa amanfo sisi baby kalabule fo no so wom kanabule fo no dodo na wo ho abobie omo ji back door sika de show mo botom what you see.
I see
no kwena me ka kira wo no enti aso we de yembo kola na baso omo yade dodo na yade make me kasa about 80% e pass very good well we check say abai papa aba yakopo nshira me da.
All right, thank you. And mem pesemefa ofrefobia bio so few messages about and next Taifa. Okay, so hey Kontonji Kafro say was sending me okay, Kwabena Galam say issue must be dealt without partisan position. Ernest, all right, yes, I agree with you, my brother. I agree with you. Baby, I didn't kika kono. ANCMP. Anya kra Anya. Listen to Honorable Cadman. When can I come to the studio for us to have conversations about the fortunate attitude of NDC? I beg you. Fortunate? Okay. All right. We am say a more of a private text message, so I will just leave it here. I will just leave it here. Mame, kai oman for say Galamsey issues, no. Yes, we'll keep on talking about it. Na yenyina yenim say baby aye dru no say amfa ya no antumu bia ochine bi asem bi beba. Aman for send me messages bebre about Uncle Cadman. Say mama no ankasa. And man for mama private messages and all that. Let me say this. For now, as I sit here, me Bobie Ansah, I don't have any interest in who succeeds John Mahama ever NDC. My interest and say and come on no John Mahama suma ye ma ye could ditire Ghana for any ekromo for no. At least ubetumi ayo. Na wanya a good legacy edia kofie na anu onyam ni bia ka NDC ni bia ka me Bobie Ansah. Right? Me pamocho muntie mi ye. Enti enkomo ni bi wo ho a as I sit here I don't have any interest. Me ni any interest efa who becomes what in NDC. In fact, I can't determine the direction of NDC. It's me besuja ma me hwenkwam. Pamcho mwatima se. Aha, me besuja ma me hwenkwam. Nti nkomoni bi wo wa mi frantu magunti no mi nimpri pragro pamcho. And reasons why na menye interested in no anya say menye interested, but I think for now the John Mahama administration ehia asumdwie ya ndibebu oman no. And yama say for the past 8 years. And yama akoso for the past 8 years. Senka a military regime and take you over from Akufo-Addo no more. Kombe jiwom ho jina papa. Pa. And when you walk on the street, you hear people talking about it. Say, and menye ene your friend say research bia, but you can feel it. Say Ghana for do noa. So she Ghana ni no catch us wa military regime. And now people don't even care. Okay, chance share. Unim the C79 no abuza say dey na C79 say nipa ni bi kai. 79 Ghana and shit. Nipa ni bi kai. Into omo mbeko no moko, omo mbetra no matna. We can't encourage that. But ye wo kroma ye core grounds. Ekwa ye adwuma ne de ye tin komo, ye tin sem. So you need any alternative to make sure that yebeboa ora John Mahama and the NDC to succeed. Beyond that, me, I don't have any interest. I don't have any interest. NDC sorry one day, no so saying the person ya semeshe na enemy principles. Because apart from me believing in the NDC principles, which is probity and accountability, beyond that, anything a obi interest principles and yameme principle. Inti ada me da sori na say NDC say na ye pese ye ya ade. Me Bobie so me my principles. I just put the two and see if I can marry the two. If I can't marry the two, I walk away quietly. And my kopem baby atna. So, but for now, for these 4 years, mama yemfa ya hoden eni bibia enhwe. Nobody should take interest in who wants to become a successor for JM. Mama ye caught that tangent pe. Yenya problem. Yenru okra. Yenru okra yemben ho bebia. And the grassroots must deal with anybody who try to bring up this conversation. And the me talk credit ama grassroots no me chamo credit across the country. Sheni pakunwa franopa ekopima nwumre mon horo no mon tete no mon fa kasha twini motom twina ham twini baabi mon horo no se suchirema because we don't want any confusion right now. Yanko baby yanto branches yanto constituency yanto regional yanto national. Then you are talking na NDC sabita frache omunya jimi for to say MPP jimi for you say bottom top it's a top bottom approach adaya we lose tantan say 38% oko by election now da form chirikra she party no free a form o se there be mahwire sin chance ne so MPP fo nkwa na AC dan a omo ebo enchanse so ansa no abetu foundation na wato na wato wa flow no de ababe dru lentil na enchanse ne hangesoro MPP kwa na dis agro no and this intesa. So let us allow the system to flow. Ebi kura no yanto branches ne your friend say coming in yanto nwe no enru national level no bia adenani abie no bia who direction no bia aircraft, then we take it from there. That's all. They are carrying their hunya. All right, so me kwaba me ba enkomo bebre ho live on Accra100.5 Citizen Show. Ye be din komo bebre.
Kofruda Market.
Yeah, I remember.
It is fan of that. So, as I said, you know, na that I'm covering point them into omofa.
Oh, but say,
say, also be far red now. Also, you carry over. Sanya must say no. We saw be na carry over to me kasa bahat. And maybe I consider it part of those speeches now.
And the more nation,
they say free no on kasa.
So now Mwaji Bako or Ablekuma. Mwaji Bako or Akwatia. Diakano.
Oh, yeah, and they say Diana Quafai. Edia, and the economy is going to find smooth span.
But say money MPP court issues about seats no at work.
Court issues is a process, and the process in a cost. When we say Nyankanya say Akwatia de any base ya, we still have been in court perhaps.
So it says more saying our court
say Fantia North
still our court
still
money the actually na mumpe
say eko
really
eko
and I
and also so some case no so wa say in this direct and a court case cost no but then also our court say rule in a court terms of say nyima course na anko yi beko
this woman to this work court and Fantia kwa this work court two it means friends so fuck of wasidi no might not be pushed again. Okay.
Fine one. So Rebecca say we mo and work with but
then this time around, what is the trick?
Oh, the trick, you know, a way back issue. The issue is that the MPP have always rigged elections.
I see.
MPP rigging. Now once you're able to block those rigging, on MPP and the MPP in personal elections, so we will know that we will continue doing that with them. We call noise, then they enjoy it.
Almost strength.
Almost strength. Almost strength your noise. Until when you play that game with them, by the time you realize the number of chair for Nyamanko. Once we have understood that and working towards it, that is why right from the beginning, Blekumanov issues, we made it clear, say once a air and they will pick the seats. It doesn't matter how many polling stations. It doesn't matter what result was in the first one, but we'll pick the seats. Yes. And you see, they did everything, including the Electoral Commission. But for me, I always say, I've mentioned it several times, say, Ablekumanov is something that has broken the trust of Electoral Commission. Credibility. Ablekumanov.
But right now, more movie and say easy credibility. Almost some people for us they are talking about the easy credibility.
Because Ablekumanov, we argue, in fact, documented after the day in the out share omwa. It's almost a one collation be. They argue and argue. I'm on the parliament. Bossman called parliament say omwa collation call 3 police stations. But you can say I intro. When we push them to the wall, it's almost due to me say sana they be omuni circulations no amaye. We went back to the center to win the elections. Now, anybody who stood on that ground say my quality result, then later admits them in quality Commander, are you sure said in the next elections? So see what quality result to be from Ashanti, will you believe?
No.
So be so our manager election when it trust or so can you go into that election peaceful?
So let me ask you this question, though it is not part of your discussion, but in the baby NDC back calling for overhauling of the EC Electoral Commission.
Oh, every elections, every electoral cycle, there always be reforms. The reforms,
we're talking of human resource.
There be reforms, but who can manage the reforms?
Okay,
important.
Okay.
So say car or every Jenny be obey no a service. Service in the way to make you can be. So the reform will come. In fact, they tried to do certain things in 2024 elections. We blocked it because timing was wrong timing. Because I am affecting that. That is changing the time of elections. At the time now, almost just about 11 months to elections. And see, reforms they be human reforms, policies na CIs na ebe ho adwuma abo man Ghana na elections na yeko. Because I don't think say we'll see somebody who can say my quality result, I want quality result. But he continue arguing say a police ni NDC and man me and declare result for Blekumanov. Finally come to agree say that be me and try to make sure but with we could do the young for 2 minutes then elections. And that was been our stand. It has been our stand right from beginning on the issues, you know. Again, over Akwetia so electoral commission no na post stage way. Because collect results. At the constituency. That is a result of the bank now. I'm a police depot. Who the free one region and another region to come and collect results. We mentioned say IGP that time, the IGP no and yet IGP gave them that space that time. Circulation no. Like I said, you're right. Now of course I have back to the field no. Baby every issues the like I say used to tobo na yes sir. The friend said, you check this area no. Now 11 polling station and now see them are winning of the elections again.
I see.
The same 11 polling station. Commander, 21 electoral area in Akwetia. There were 119 polling station. Now 9 polling stations. It MPP 5,000 votes.
9 polling stations.
11 polling stations about 5,000 votes.
And you think it's not possible?
That means it's not. In fact, of all the things on about 5,000 no. Over presidential only 82 votes pen a difference. Of all the things on amount for 2 amount be no. Over presidential the same area no 22 votes pen a woman. Over parliamentary no because the candidate then was coming from the same community from that community no. About 4,000 vote difference. Into the ground in echo. Into a MPP campaign, no more cause and a hard moonshell and a moon to about moonshell. They didn't say anything. It's like I said, being too many.
But would you say Mubetinga strengthen Mutim no going forward with the absence of the late Dr. Manebwama?
Oh, God willing, NDC will do it. NDC will do it.
Because I want for GD say the late Dr. Manebwama was holding the magic.
It's all about trust. Election management is about trust. Election management is about trust. Once the trust is there, you are good to go. And we'll get there. Then this will do it. So, in fact, we are not saying say when you are here, but at least we're able to hold in Akwetia. In fact, when you say your history so as a party in elections management, say you call elections for the first time in the history of Ghana. Say young Twaba but a MP.
Mamemba uni akwaba honorable divine and chroma aja akwaba
minia
boko de
na me adun bia boko na watintim wani mu ye
se no ye se ni bre soja na me peso bia be se mani asoja na ni bre ndi aba ene listo we se wishia no a ne de no se tie ni odi akata na ni no de dam kra bonten so se ne ya na odi bibia akata so because ni bre ni brim so yani brim so pa na from to say chrome to say
mami share for and for na member one production team abaso na minchia menu asomadi chrome de unam chrome bibia eboko na and then me ba no se me de me phone chira osisi a unse me post flyer no. There's one lady bia o tie ye near sure. Owo teshi honum around is it Zango Beach is a Sango way.
I see.
Na Oba no kache me say President John Dramani Mahama o delay ora no mano. Like ultimu say form hono no. Unse every day bia yetin sem bi o. Na we dey mean say nka o sem no.
No, I'm interested.
Hwe.
I'm interested.
What you say?
And mama mo di nkomo afa niam a motini okurom.
Well, I don't know maybe
because we have national executive member here.
Oh, say
near better children to form there.
Dear, everybody say, "Oko for more expectations near high," and I always say, if oral fails, a democracy of this country, a failure. Now it's a GD amount for ebenya ewo abatu mu ne faso a ye hwe mu na asa. Who's a me ban the time this as we ban here because not nipa ni ti una no talk about military rule. And na o chire mu senia emebunu no te 1979 81 na almost no be say ada say nipa ni nyina enwuru. We are getting to the point that if the last hope na the last resort na ewo ora mu because what is them ni bia yam hyewo no a na aka say ora feli ni ehun se no isi ade agigon hwe me no kasa isi e say one expose na efa national lotteries ho and they are me mau the act I they establish the National Lotteries Act na Act 722 no. There's a portion which is the three no. Okay, or see there shall be conducted.
But enka my background to the expose here.
Then me kind we are
okay.
We kind we are. Obe hu me person me kind act the establish lotteries national lotteries ni wie ye no baby amedeko.
Let's go.
Or patch they say sika bi South National Lottery dey set ya nyina no. There's a portion na say ye de ma ahiafo ne emobrowo omo no mo ye focus na mra no de hyehyɛ no. Sa native to come and Nkrumah pen so say sika ni bi apart from say we are playing to also help you know. Say bi so ba amount for no.
Yeah.
No see there shall be conducted as part of the operations of the National Lotto a lottery with the objects of providing care and protection for the physically and mentally afflicted, the needy, and the aged, and orphans and destitute children. Now, just say, you see, cannot put in be one more. South on there say, yeah, they kobo machido. Ayamra. Na samra na ma kwan no na samya uku. Esha ho no no samra na ma no call to me approve so ma approve seska we kwa am. Me be chiro scan say no this best say. The no NLA good courses disbursement. So the NLA good courses disbursement no scan be echo one institution Africa Prosperity Network AW China Kodia. When my amount no, man 250,000 Ghana cedis as part of sponsorship. Only sponsorship no. Sponsorship for Kwabena Business Summit 2023 and a sponsorship for African Prosperity Events and Dialogue 2024. Oko anymore. The same NLA no good courses a year. There CFM here for no. Or this best say 570,000. Titiscano 5.7 billion. Edema, the Office of Attorney General, any Ministry of Justice, and there are also some of the conferences, any seminars. And no, a good courses in Ibi. Or also this be say 350,000 and the Mamami Frima. Office of the Chief of Staff. On fire there, also Independence Day celebration. On fire senia or the best in the camera.
Mabro Frima.
Mabro Frima ho chirem. It's Independence Day of Uncle Machi wo. Osansu Asamoah bi national good courses
Ohiani Asamoah
Ohiani Emobro Destitute Asamoah enu ne o say the memoir Tio, the memoir project of former Black Stars, Asamoah Gyan. Ono so ohiani Asamoah Gyan. Ono so ne share no. Another ohiani ba ko benefit here. D Black. CEO of Black Avenue Music. Ono so man 80,000. Asamoah Gyan do nya 50,000. Ena D Black nya 80,000. So ono so no sponsorship for Tropical Fiesta event. Ohiani ba ko so enu de wa unia. Kokoido. Ha!
Ejankama bro kokoido so. Ono so atamus jaro no. Wanya de hwi. Mama command de sa. It ono so ye hwe mu ayese o ejankama bro kokoido. Oso ba 50,000. Ono so ye say 10 years atamus we no fa paper denim. Eno ono so ye man no 50,000. Ena dan kwa institute so. GB. Mo bro wa Richard Anyagba. Sure.
Ono so yese no chire no ono so ye ma no 40,000. Say and also sponsorship for Dankwa Institute Advocacy Chat Room Program. There's some here Zoom conference, Zoom meeting, no.
On Fanto data.
On also Fanto data. And you see, sa assembly any etemo act na establish yourself ma mobra for no. Improfoya Bobie sociality me bobo si ni go fa me bo within ya ka che me mu wan no say or destitute why no so and that's some mental problem.
But the point is Samuel Oku go scot free.
Aden
say na buy na
way Madi oil cost oil.
Hey, sorry, hey, I refrain what me so refi. Mama kadi yanka.
Hey, can you?
The unim o kaji na meka so o ka and this national executive view. Sabi o grand people na okay.
Anu na mi,
sorry, me refi me o.
Oh, na ni yanka NLA previous government.
Yeah, Magri ni wala.
Oh no, Kasayi.
Me yare depression.
Commander.
Sir, oh yeah, me ready female.
Oh, that be when we are just one part two.
I withdraw and I retract.
When we are just one part two of how our NLA lotteries are establishing the motor charts.
Yeah. Messi NL adia Samuel Okwaye NL no ho. Uhubia. We ne ma.
Say na make catch us say when we hear the audits, when we say we no dey tia some say me betra say na me bobo so sa no na say e backing wo ho e ye dey abosiri ka we ni certified certified results dey ama wa isuo nka obi antumi challenge oba bia figure fact and figures audits and ho na usu wo kokuru esika na attorney general seminars ben no ye no nko here 570,000 570,000 so the year seminars conferences in the attorney general department omo ya NGO as see omo so omo here support as corporate social responsibility from NLA and now me know ka say Bobie ye were lesser known sports they are underfunded like omo need support system back say omo church agencies grab for support omo nya bi me and me work Ghana Table Tennis Association when I can tell you how we struggle fans and ma the same way oko badminton omo nya bi long tennis nya bi judo shena sangofo nyina troba mo omo nya na wo so we sika o da akakoma Richard Anyagba so on fan koye Zoom meeting. We see when sika
Sir Kroma obia them due to misappropriation da.
Yes.
Newa.
Say misappropriation. Why misappropriating funds are a year for the needy, the destitute, and mentally very saying omo mental problem no. Omo ni exercise ka we fan ko bo omo no. We twi sika no e de afi honum. E no o say o de kwakoboa D Black or the Kokobwa Unia Kokoido. Na Oyeni
Diana Gabi Ochedaku oni 200.
Gabi Ochedaku actually noa machese. O say Oyeni managing bomu danka the danka bomu tino. So the danka bomu dia see a man with 250,000 the cost of
then you
program.
have this Samia boy no abegina krumu nkrofo won kire wo mo sometimes yeah na wa hwie no an so akoma mu na obie wa no a because we have kwasiafo we nyina ni party no asia be bie na no o ka kire se nkrofo won kire wo mo meanwhile wanya opportunity ankore be boa mo borofo hwe ye oye no
oh fans we unim say persons with disabilities omu wo say omu kra so cry for fans a omu nya bi. And I hope say same way I yet in day yenti build that abako say muha
Ghana
dabi tio see say ye ba be ya ye din komo ye na aban foforo be ko aban foforo be ba after mahama yi na so this report we be pie Ghana ha ye bet say ye say emobrowa fosika na bia emobrowa fosika wan kra me mbonidi na dia ama Callistos. And as a mobile officer said, a mobile officer they said, "Ama, very say Julius Debra." Bobie Mikaya no mabatwe say. Sa asem we bi si e wo mamu ha say, see atam isi kasa da koma sa afo no. Na see Dr. Anyini wo hoyi, onu ye mobile we ni de sika ka koma no. We en koma we en koma, I'm telling you. Ye pese beti biu. Ebi afa no fufo bi wo
no, but the only way I interview is when people are punished today.
Yes,
when people are not punished today, then it will embolden others to do it because in any case, any politician nipa baako. Inti say ahwemo a yesu ye dibi kwa MPP moba na mosomo akra asem no a.
Because
yeah,
Osha Samia Uku ni posture any senior onenam kromo a obo ne ho safohini na opeje na petina. It's because of Sanyama we more no just why any senior no one misappropriate fans all over the place in Intino. He thinks himself like a champion atta. And Obia can as a Mobia Bona Chamso. Wouldn't say ora buy some of us I hear your information ya war and ya me course I want the time when you know the BI buy a can once a moment. Yeah, body D. I don't know who cast a party member no.
Me say me manon e for me ye.
And the miss one from a party member.
Ah, and you also say
so much because otherwise see I mean Tia said some of the people who no more it's so obvious. Yeah, mbo mudinda. Yeah, come asem da. Obia mbo. Yes, I don't hear den. Omo ye den enye you sika we odi ne dia. Sika we o misappropriate ya. O de koma Attorney General or koma Gabi Ochredako or de koma D Black e ko chiche no. And this is just a portion of it too. We here in Accra mu. If I mention some of the artists omunya eskanibia, ma sheda na me ye no afim.
Can you imagine?
Ah, share that chair ye. Enele sika ise pa ma mobro afo. Nkofo na this kan mo bi ani wo mobro ani. Ewom. Obi ani wo no mu a ose na dwimbom. Or mentally afflicted intino. SSA ye man sa support no. Enti Bobie me no kasa na me no ba kasa krom de. And that's what honum. When you talk to a lot of people like what I am feeling na minya okrom ni central for like come renewed hope be say like something can change for the better like on mind be to be
but things are
because
changing.
of
maybe except the oral matter
the oral part no and no a hand for say no like you perceive you action be you say you action be oh we say be because so a honey here and na what wo krum otherwise the never ni na de da kwa mu a metumi aka che say nkofo ogidi wa aban mu say obetumi execute me say am no kase ya commission me say me ye nationwide tobi for me political party rounds within Yamanyama me be shase but me start here me here exploratory exercise am ni nkofo din komo no utimi say adwuma no be din ama me to say first no
why
as a national organizer because ukrofoni bebre ayo ma wi say say me kasa no say niama foforo bi because omanya gidi wa ban we mu too much feeling na high iti mini omo kasa kra to come back I to say who say after 2016 2017 no your party ni nya challenges bebre ye tumi anye active but now na ye person ye kan si kromo no ukrofoni bebre no no mo di nkomo I say omo hwe ma di mu side honum ehwe se no ade na be fa wo ebe se ebe yie se ya ade a ene obi ampre no ho nko ba bia ene ebe ma adwuma ye din but ede ya meti asim adwuma no so de be akoye wo fom honum ne ene nkofo so akọ kasa ne ahwe ko ebe fa so a yɛbɛma nneɛma yɛyi but me deɛ nya ɛmfa wo ne aban ɛwɔ so political party ɛwɔ so nipa no ɔyɛ adeɛ no yɛyi a wobɛma ne fans.
Good, I'll come back to you, but Honorable Madi, so said the enemy can feed the Ben Amunya as national executives grounds dear near Koso because movie feedback Ben Amunya towards more government that this is the feedback.
Commander, facts say Ora one of our major campaign message. In fact, Ghanaians voted based more of the votes based on that, and all of us as a party in him say if it fails, and democracy and didn't say you can go out to talk about anything for Ghanaians to believe in you. So yes, it's quiet this time around. Among for person who say among for a court in Yama. But one thing that is clear, I can say because of the break now, you were legal vacation no. Enti among for Timako friends say tramadol demonstration, Omotimako Dikai, I can same way. So you find the people, in fact, if you hear them, they say almost say Yabokrono, Yabo. But when beche really a friend say red carpet in my nante sombra. That's what they are telling us. Because if you hear yes, if you heard Salama, was it a man banajo? It means from Namumbra, which means Oma Bokrono. Oma jitum panse ya Bokrono. But send it your mona ego monima senti eva yam red carpet, no monam some fambra. Some suit umbra. That is what they are asking for. But say enti omonde they agree say and the omonim. And like what is happening today, offer report now from the lotteries in there. It tells you why you see many people fronting the Tramadol way campaign or more demonstration. I know we'll get to this point. I know we'll get to this point of the lotteries. But it's the guidance principle they say. Senator David Divine Canon. It shouldn't repeat, and it will not repeat. But say a beja will be said because somebody knows him, dear commander. Trust me, it will not happen. And dear, may doubt to say, oh wait, Bibia, because Divine Canon say NDC and boss me Okudinda. Yes, I know. But what was it here? Say Naba. Oh, Abba. In fact, everybody so no serious people will come once and we will deal with those issues. Once they are out for us, say way ISC, nobody is going to go scot free. In fact, that is why one of the issues are gonna for me who come from out here. This
so they tell you guys.
Well, I'm for said that be way someone in fact messages so be so issue with you. In fact, people don't even believe it. Say Kwabo say you want this legal vacation. No, I'm for say bia ya dey no be bia so. But we also know say no a major thing na Ghanaians will ask of. But all other things I hear can once people knows that we are performing on that one. But the kind of resources, kind of sika amount for in someone we told Ghanaians say amount for we sika now we deal with them no. In fact, MPP even challenge us. Say anytime you come to government, NTV will be MPP because I don't know can care but NTV. But this time around, we trust me, aura will be dealt. People will be dealt with, and don't take it for granted. And say, oh, be we're untouchable. There be anybody who will follow him say, oh, me minipa, oh, bebre, or give me a common.
Really?
I'm telling you, you see, work 2028 elections, I start you. And it is the party that will go for elections in 2028. When the party is going to the elections, you need to tell a story. Sorry, Ben Obeka. Now, all runs, I want to be already then Obeka. Say, me to me, ye way, cathedral me, ye say. Lotteries issue by no me dealing in see. One to me, yes, and then nobody will trust you again.
Madi, mincha unim getia assembly I canano. Unim say last week Wednesday was exactly 3 months Kenofureta eye surgery ni wie the letter no try no so say after 3 months no obe no available unim say ndenda etiwe yen kan Kenofureta sem o dey find say legal vacation kra o ha
diva woni mamemba
obi kan kahwe china yo o Kenofureta surgery hwe ya na ya na se de saka wa boys yi ni boys yi ya transfers ni yi ni e de ya exchange bi anim ene eja Kenofureta yen kan asem.
I agree with you, but you see, me that's why I've never believed say critical issues go through OSP.
Critical issues.
He won't say wait issue of Kenofureta. Nanka, it's going through Attorney General. That's the story will not be the same.
Why?
I'm telling you, not be the same. It will not have been the same. Say Attorney General final yes have prosecution chase away no. It will not be the same. I mean, right from the beginning, me as OSP issue started on Kenofureta issue. I mentioned say these things will have these challenges. So me anytime your issue be and I pray it shouldn't go into the hands of the OSP, so that it can be dealt with the way it must be dealt with. Let's have an issue that Attorney General be dealing with the issue with Kenofureta, whether he can be there to tell these stories. What you say? Whether he can be there to tell these stories. He can be there to tell these stories. But right games, for me, I see OSP issues most of the times. For me, an issue I ever give for stories. But issues are about Attorney General. Say national service issues we divine. I'm for them.
Metiasio, Bama de Bibisao. O kan OSP na OSP no is an arm of government to so ye na juma. Se ya waji case or the na mo nchenche ya go over the bar ya yet hey. Ghanaians are interested because personality na ye can one send Kenofureta no. Onye brody a am guys brody a ho dwo say onye ordinary person case ni so ordinary issue. A big issue. It no say anything say enja a honey man near for that one sir.
I'm saying that's what I'm saying say at issues that say Attorney General be pick from the same person now angle no be different. Angle no be different. In fact, anytime so who say once you are going to go into that OSP issues, or catch us on no issues are different no. So for me, let's see after the vacation, then Ghanaians will see say promise now about Ghana for say we'll fight these corruption issues. So friends, oral issues we'll deal with it. But what many Ghanaians will ask say if I can say Obi or what we got a scar say maybe TB. So we are no. But that's what Ghanaians are now looking at it. But I believe that once we have taken this, as I said, we never fight it. All the cases now are raising from cathedral issues, we know that Ghanaians will hold us on that one. I will not come and tell a different story. Say, oh, you're quite in a case we not be anymore. I trust my friends, Attorney General, because the promise or the man say I will not rush to court so that I will fail on issues. I will not. So issues are raising, and we know by next year. The campaign, the system, it will be say 1 year because that's what MPP will start doing next year.
Yeah,
that's what they will start doing. That's why they now want to have their candidate early enough so that they will start telling you say 1 year. Then now people that you are chasing them, they will now looking for taking positions of party. When they start looking at position of party, no can say party until now we see, and that is why. Politically, our government shouldn't fail us from next month. October, you start saying vacation.
Because we want to be Kwabena national chairman.
Well, before I'm from next 2026. By that time, the men can say we mean say ruling beba. But by that time, they miss Obejo. Commander, me say I want for bedemu. And it is that's what is our message. In fact, 2028 message in there. You bet matches a region where I told them. That is
because one yes, I know
for me, that is why we have been in government before 2016. The oil say we say oh Ghanaians say who adwuma ye bon sama ye. But we went and lost the election by 800,000 votes.
Yes.
So see, it is what Ghanaians want. And I say mom.
It's not about what you want.
That be so roads no mean say roads. Omo say be schools omo nim say be. But say obi afọ osika what did you okromo awon jai no. And no. Commander, that is what is going to happen from October. And I'm telling you, it will work. It will work and work well.
You be a national executive, see, I'm doing come on.
No, yeah, the idea say, the MI vote, aura. Now, once it not give you votes, you need to work for it.
Because your general secretary received complaints be during the Ghana bar, no, NDC lawyers, legal. Whatever, or resist our concerns. And yet, collective concerns from the national executives, and I say, Fifi Kwete just said something.
You see, concern say, yeah, now we are friends. We are friends in the other side, but party government is bigger than the friendship. So, say. Institution will be over, and I say, will be who say, commander, once I wouldn't define issue, which now you do that one. Remember people who have died on the streets. Oh, yeah, because that's.
No, but national executives won't discuss that issue.
I'm saying that those are the things that we know. Say, that to fight that the issue.
So, which means you know some of NDC before. Omo and negotiate on behalf of
will be negotiating. It will be negotiating.
No, but Fifi Kwete said that with time, the national executives will start mentioning names.
You see, when it happens and somebody is since a while, nobody will shade you on this one. That one.
But Fifi says it's an ongoing action.
It's a process. We can say among for say things people are not speaking in their institution. People are feeling on that one. Say, Obia to be on cut this institution story. And I'm saying is things are ongoing. In fact, recently we now Obia Nimsen and Quebec Maslock issue until recently a friend said Maslock CEO Rebecca Untimi issues any for issues. Things are now coming. NLA issues say by it could not tell you say the person who is now there now got a grip of the issues. So these things can come out now. So it is a gradual. Yes, the expectation is higher. Expectation we agree say higher based on even amount for pay or amount for what you have to deliver. The expectation is higher, but we are managing that expectation. But we are promising say failing people on based on expectation amount for also. That one the expectation the great that is why even our opponent. Etimi use 8 years. Compare 9 months na 8 months na no. So say performance we're supposed to do more than what we are doing. Commander, because we need say expectation are higher, but you also have to manage it and get it right.
Sure.
When you now they say because information say no prayer, you fail, you get it wrong. Especially a country where obit music constitution can say you free. But still the person go to every ECOWAS and because you say ECOWAS chile mu say adi kind constitution no nyesa na muchro. A country where lawyers always will find a loopholes in your case. Anytime that's a problem in this country. Anytime we will be our in fact adi who about any obi to watch bro faka say obi to bro fo mo guy say we no crap no e ko ni say. Enti ana ye na chief ni ko Jesus kasa ogodua ndua e wo no krom e wo friends GMPC. In the other minute, say as if na una talk TV. I love you, Jesus.
Okay, sir. Retract it.
Because the other minute say sad. But you see, I think that I agree with anybody who will call it for say we should do something radical in fighting corruption because. It's the only way to me and my democracy now. In fact, people calling before this time, what brought in revolution is because of 50,000 bill, 50,000, 5,000. So that's getting way and amount for people were hung on the firing squad to be shot down. They let the blood flow. In my say, so our neighboring countries, militaries are taking over because of those promises. We are not able to fulfill. Aura is a key issue. We believe and we work on it. After Aura, we work on it.
My memory back to Divine, but Divine, as much as you say, Aura, NDC are buying a bayer who jumano. Now the opposition has started with street games, where now they are telling people say, "Me this can cry so me." In Tiafé they say and they talked about a freedom of speech. It's after the omuni omofonfa ho di omde kasa e wo kroma biu. Because Kufuado never arrested anybody. Ewo ekroma ase. But the air course for the last 9 months ne there. Din. Nenka be the way back on honorable Madi kan. So even with some of share krana monye birthday party kakra. Na monfa flowers kakra. Na se mo se bi kra mo benya limousine bia. Na so de be fa me kromfo free fie kwa. Enye bad. Who di me drew police station wa maybe omonsisa police station nke bia Kempiski. Na ya jibe bia ma na wada. Come on. Esanye bu oman. Na omo time no mo chinipa sa ya mo de no ko omanfo na nko Novotel and the no Kempiski. Chicken Republic. One year do omotna omontia se omono ade why? So this is the reality. When you said these actions from the opposition can push the NDC to recoil.
What say politics no strategies womu and obiasu play game be. What say the kind no sa demonstrations and agitations ya omo yewe nyina no. It's part of their game. Say when tintim no anya kokodra. You might think say omo case and omo Kenya sasembi. And the reason why are necessary for them as a political party to embark on these demonstrations and agitations is say omo happy up excitement, interest, no, ewo base ho.
Yeah, to ginger the base.
To ginger the base because the see no, when you say almost parky and sparky, almost collier and collie, iti the little opportunity omo benyano, omo pese, omo fanye bibi na microphone say party no ho. But so share endra, o de share microphone interview omo so omo ye demonstration no. Ordinarily, on a normal day, you won't consider them say omo ye party people and uncrofoa. Even if they are proper, like omo ye party stalwarts are. That's one the caliber of people you want to use to organize demonstrations. So be demonstration or buy or see no or no more. Bisa so mo come so mo mbra. Omo kwa omo do no more. Ye the other show mo nsa so mo ndi echi. Omo nim di ntia. Another guy so buy or say trama boy ide. Trama do boy ide do. Inti no or ba be di echi because ye see ombra. Andra and this MPP4 youth yes so called I always they say I'm used to so called MPP youth demonstration because it is not MPP youth. A youth for Bawumia demonstration and a come quiet.
I see.
A Bawumia youth for no and no more mano. Up the upper conduct research is here. You observe say other camps for no. Who belong to Ken, Brian, any Educhum need a keka. None of them care about demonstration. Me and then I'm angel. Paul Grave. The topic in 205 different topic crab panacha insensible from
pension.
No, we see the time cry. It's a papa or honor. It's when we see the time and I'm over no because the cracks now so wide name wide tight and also no. Only said demonstration they didn't involve any ex and now obia or yeah like considered anti-Bawumia camp.
How?
Odiopa obi anyone no mo only Baumia or supporting Baumia you inviting na you involve no
Really?
Oh Bobie seven himself be too random match this year.
So you want to mean that Nana B Ephraim Miracles Salam
they are all Baumia boys. They are all Baumia boys. It's because demonstration and some the meeting no mukwe and Baumia office the fear no more first meeting about yenti obia saying yen ehunehuna yensure hunehuna no e ho no mukwe first meeting no it's Dr. Mahmoud Baumia so the sponsor ono a chief sponsor.
Oh, I see.
Because I'm feeling say ono be the biggest beneficiary of such things because dole no only nipa on better na chi say ombra to course hwe Bobie me come ani mo asem we on demonstrations ni niama bebre a omo ye no me say me ye pipini ana me ye consultant na me to omo fa enka me catch om say some of the things won mo a omo hold on na omo fix it omo internal issues no bebre o no mo no mo address core issues or party ni mo. Because some of the things are advocating in some Omokano. You can clearly tell, say, these are not group of honest people. You want to have as leaders of this country. See, they are disingenuous, dishonest, and like corrupt as individuals. And now come boom. Because some of the arguments they have no shame. Say the most difficult person to ever deal with, and I said the most wicked person to ever deal with is somebody or your bonia only no who and I say only shame. Say what do bonia we na only no who no asan so ba sani pano dangerous chen obi a and sana NPP for we mama kwakoye. Odi ebisa ho say team be no mo de to demonstration no mo koye ne so.
Yensuru ehunehuna.
Adentia yesi President John Dramani Mahama pese on kan for Kasabwa enfa shomu yem on pese omo be kasa freedom of speech you know or on pese be adwuma Bobie since when now mo coming to that realization say obi pese on track to obi fa ho die so then pa na sia enu hunti Obudi omo bi da yesi since 1992 President John Dramani Mahama Baweyaba oye bibie kakai ehunu ankrofo Bobie unim say Bawey ba na me check him record na me hu say unim say all the demonstrations are omaye against government bia emu bia ni wono mo aban ayusu attorney general through even the police service to try to injunct demonstration bia. None. There was one police service attorney general no corridor. Yes. This should tell you the kind of mindset abayno ekita say opese o allow. Unim say ye see a demonstration. Ye competition the office of the president. Ye catch say
for the time.
Ye catch say honum ye security zone. They didn't allow us to get close to even TV3. TV3 a veterans association for office one na immigration chi one na last stop dey see no ko bi am share anje petition ya kasa obi agage ya kasa freedom of speech o udim say ndra demonstration o me nyina so mutimi ko office of the president obi aba no ye ba ni aba beje obo petition ye beje omo nkrata omo wasem nso kra omo obi a omo ka
wa muduru a wonima asem nwa omuduru a no maka kire omo so omo nsuo no
imagine
eka aduane na omo ansere omo so omo ntimi bra
we mu nyina ye wa ha na sansem we nyum na akokoko so a mo sister la mo be ka kire yen say obi person ka Kasabwa show ye unim say ye interview the national officers for nyina about in somewhere specific commenter some of their members no eno hunti no ye chichi omutu say do they stand by those commentaries omu nyina none of them to me nyina ni say osaide with abronye and I say everything say Baumia AD.
Oh really?
None. Omu nyina say Onim said there was one gentleman who boy bisa and say iti asam na abronye no ekaye no oni ni adwea na o se da bi o se can you mention in some no cause I can't repeat. They agree say something be one mu a enye sem papa ti o onim say of freedom of speech bi a metumi aka cho say Bobie wa o pata career wo she ndey die enye me fe wani mu kura enye me fe eno no de waka wadwen no wa kire ya mom but to me incriminate me wa anum se but to say Bobie upon show ya me man ndu fie eno no sa freedom of speech dey to me guarantee after the show.
Yeah.
To me kasa be say nsem hunu bia keke no afa ho adi to the sense say obi say obechi President John Dramani Mahama no ache ne yere owi a odiomu ofun be hye Ghana must go mu na such a person commenting we are what you mean ti na okwa hu demonstration say SSS ni pa kro ne janu no nante demonstration omu ye it was a useless demonstration. Sabi previous how nya sapa unwe si energy enko this demonstration we yachi because how Bobie me wona fofo me wo principles me no tia Bobie so me te wasem wo ba bia boni at worst I can do to you it's my silence. So me to me defend no I mean counsel but sabi ko din sem nu so a me na ko je sem a etimi bo man me di wachi sorry to say Bobie madam for me no na namunti no sabi asem akwakwaa no bo man a na ma sorry asem di na chi e na cha na makwakopa sem onyansa me fa chi mom na kopa chew me mbegina anim tintiri nya say sabi o Bobie asem no kan no jimi kura pa so nyansa sem da bi
but what you say in all sincerity no dey yes ade no and say okay so let's see if the Benya re-election and answer chale you fear won sem bi no mo ba da chi ya base no sorry ayi dede I mean
ni nyina aka ho do kan nyina unyi ba ko film one base two omo ankasa mo di protect omo ankasa mo ho na agenda na omo pese omo pese omo shaky grounds no but ni nyina no emfa isi a oni Ghana for ne kasa omatwi na ba beda ho no to me play game way it told him say many of the questions are back to the fore na here discuss this year no and the politicians they raise you and your ordinary Ghanaians and they raising some no see I know I mikodi gobe e was slam down na mete ho di unim say omo yo demonstration there was one lady young girl ochuchibo mo no gobe no ono hurubo ni mo no bi de bae no see some say before office be ho side no no bi de bae no see na mahama kra no o ha dwen na okoy bibi kakra bia me see sanya lady no ochuchibo mu o no tete ma no ho no mu no e shock me say lady no kra bo wudin o si Bobie ono nya obi ba akra no o si Bobie no onya obi ba den no ye eche ya bro nya dia ono etumi chi ni koto mu a ero no obi akọ demonstration onu po no ka che me say ayi abranti o ayi XYZ ohineba ya ko chi ni tu mu obi anka na say utie bongo ideas a o se e be chi ni 12 am no omo bro no posa na hwewa odi be ko ja ni to last minute nipa oti la pass what kwai was say fast so tum ye ko ja ni si Shy Hills kwai so ahomache ene ko ja ni si ho no
na modern day Ghana on ka de kanda pa ma omo the shops shock na hwa
yes all these things have happened in this country see obi akotwe obi akohye tai obi akoye hwe na mo di boni say amu kan krofo kasa bua show mu yam mu pese obi be kasa bi see unim na more of time share ma one example Dr. Indu tama banking crisis is starting say be unim say at every point bia obe so your person on your press conference bia na say on your official statement be to state the position of the bank any am akoso no aban we ba be mia neto hwa ka chen so onye din every time it told him they use the state institutions against him.
I see.
If you remember between 2021 2022 ending none of us was speaking on radio. Yes, because
I remember
omo gagi my boss had to give instructions say opaye chew yentwa kasa no so na enye sa akra de na nado mekunu kra. That's the extent they went. It took
but in that situation, yeah, no, a day no more.
Aha. So let me also tell you the come for so me now. On set you businesses are you operate you know. Operate under regulatory agencies. So the day obeda o dey imagine say enu bi no mo dey angel papa no. Imagine say we aduro ana we aduane ho adwuma wo hono mo a na yusu ebia FDA na di FDA no aba so say FDA aba ransaki ho no be fa samples na no mo suspect bibi ti o mo suspect bibi omo we no mo di statement aba so statement ko mo fa bi impose ma but sa scenario no mo aye keke no
gu adwuma no
now call us you ya ba on ya TBB iti dey call honum asa we finish o
ogu adwuma
wo honum a ebia wo pensions company wo honum ani akakofa National Commission for aba yes you they want to meet you because they will meet you on Bobie committee ya honum a na issue statement say hold on you see am license crown holding on for some time so yeah consider yeah finish o. And that is what they try to do. Nipa no seeking for court yes men kasa because unim say the fair judgment between unim say in all the cases between the bank owners government no the owners no but in the case of Hindu unim say government never took him, he rather took government. That's what people don't know. Or no they are buying coin. But say
for them the no nyina
aban na dia mo koye
okay but with indium
onu na dia aban koye because aban ni basis on the say fair judgment die beba ya be ko 2020 elections ako 2024 November and a judgment SSA ba and aban and attorney general e ko try say fa de no embra ADR. Yeah, what is so be so you fast mumbra ADR. What you say na say it means that the mama management mumbra na ni kobo. The next moment e beti bi o na 3 years after any e ko di san komo ni bi o. Judgment na ba if judgment no utimu say who read it on I can clearly tell me person how kwan ho. I can mention 2 people am firms trust that you know. It was it was written in the bread papa ne say obo hwemu no mo nkan. All these things have happened. I are gagging for freedom. I see men kasa nyina. Yet your mem has say yen kasa na ye better be sorry a. Momo salam. Any say nana bi mu ese mwenya vim sa mo bakroom because momo treaty yen say asro abofo mo ye ba mo hono mu a mo ye te say very saying we treat yen to say special people it muso say mamu the same medicine na mo de ma eni bi enso mo treatment am de man for mamu ha say we remember obi to me kasa me to me say ni ese ni make please stop please stop please stop because at the end of the day no one kasa and as o kasa ebro so a the impact no call another angle yen kasa and dey ti o memu ha say na wo mo sorry amusi and o dey me mo kan kire ya dey amahama pa waye
when him say Mensa Thompson arrest no it was just a simple instructions from Nanabi on his Facebook page.
Imagine.
Yes. Nanabi.
Imagine you.
Oh, issue just a simple instruction to Dampare. Say by a number 4. And so I'm picking Mensa Thompson. And prior 4:30. And then I call so my picking Mensa Thompson. I'm going to call no. And I'm going to call South Police Station. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Containment.
Debbie. Last area ho police station people ewo ho me kai omu enti female cells no no yi man free one no de no koto
female cells
men say to the other female cells
Ebi also oba.
All right, thank you. But Honorable Madi, say no mash action as are you guys anticipating say rough game say ya no mo bebo, and are you guys prepared?
But before then, I mean, Bisa was MB commander.
Yes, sir.
Umbechi no. How did they treat you? Buy no. On the friends say limousine buy.
Bravo. Me person me repeat you.
Only say Kwabena the kasaba kope and amoche no okay.
Yes.
In fact, the reason why Kwabena the say one team in Kasama in DC is because of that arrest.
Yeah.
Kwabena the arrest na amoche no. Omu kana asem hye no mu say masa. Untimi nka bibia bi o man Kasama in DC bi o. That cause unim.
Yeah.
That cause Kwabena the win there one team in Kasa. The business secretary of the party o. What kasem mo de ne buy ye show phone ye call fie ye omu ye bibia ama say no won timi ye bibia bi um and ama ending of say on go di lottery calculate say we bobro
ebia say ti omu define you say oh you mentally afflicted also oh yeah the person with disability
commander says na down for no
there be some person category ni maybe any to job to
you choose back
it's that what you choose say destitute
ebia che no amu ni ko ya bia amu say bia
but ebi am ne require so na adwuma say international links
it amu one commander game we yenimubo sa game a yedi demonstration no yatra in fact say na nka we demonstration papa ask anybody first you do community engagement we be engage people to get to buy the idea odie but then people knew say omu ni case bi so the first meeting omu here divine anchor and they say omu ko share get to for ne say a pay demonstration attitude tramo do prices the above form anyway.
Really?
Yes. That is why you see the more of them came out to demonstrate.
Something happened. I
see.
Me person me body bi. Ba won say iyoko ho no no. Salam ebehia any nkrofo bi by shatter arrest no no. E ho na all the you know. Ho no mo be share that year proper you know.
Me say I agreement to tell them say chale ebetete so. In the boys no interview mu ya ebia no entity tramadoso.
Oh.
Salam agenda.
Oh.
Salam agenda.
Oh.
Say mumbra we demonstration. And amu ya di mi no say ye bo your friend say MPP njoma Ansah. Ndongo fa chata wale njomo na embo.
Njoma mo
check here. Inti guys no so mu boy no a ebisa o mo say yes, MPP time no ye nchi omo. We say they would she we echo. That's what some more count.
Yes.
Because almost promise almost say monko use because they cannot tell them say ya yesika ya chi enti mo me dem say won to me kan nchi.
I know about Bobie on videos like for interview or mom call demonstration. None of them just like apart from leaders no followers a dear change.
No, leaders no na kai say you so say the abronya kai
for me, say I no opportunity for the first. In fact, o kase obi wan ko presidency akoye demonstration. Now last before I no, we say people dig go ho. The other group no me mu there no. Fix the country. I'm dig go last 2 days. I'm dig go be. This tells you say a buying way no open up. And just say we don't need people and I say yeah harmful. But because we want everybody to speak out and do whatever you want to do. But do it right way. There was 16 MPP regional chairman. Bobie, yachi yomwe na.
Baby.
Change obia. There was a mistake na yachi no. But at the amu no, Bobie, it will not stop any of us say we are born say bechi no. There be no stop we. We say Musa bandi ma won in some back with here bet you or someone to remember with here. Okay.
Yeah.
Say where you see kebi back with here bet you no. Man to remember. It tells you say one the bonny papa.
I also mujai e chema
buga no so buy no na. O say omo buy no na MPP pesikanti omo de omo dan ma yes say omo pe boys na munye scam for bro party no. Ntomo ba.
On tombe.
Oh. Obiante. Oh yes, yo.
Buga kemando say mattress or da bonte no mosquito you know. Bobie, the MPP will do, we know they will do more than what they are doing. So that is why I think they will rush to the public. Say someone will say, why is he? Because Ukai between Azoka and Buga. Because Buga was voted for as a vice chairman of MPP just because of also to stop Azoka. Oh, the campaign no. Until she had to be on the way hard, but and Azoka Shiano. And I just also know when I said, most of you also call police station say. Before so no more call say more complaint issue so no police has already taken action on Azoka. The selective arrest now more kasi here no free. It probably for me say omo demonstration be kaya she say ye nchi obi and David. I feel the best say be chi omo. Because elections be the day ni na ye nyeme bi akwatia ne we ayiwe. Party now will act on them. Party machine will ejuma. But
they have also decided some be here they
are. This is what the party has the way. Nkofo eba ya demonstration no uyi John Kesini free mo a uti 85% 15% in na ye leaders of the MPP. John Kes ena mo di baye. For the first time I call demonstration John Kes pen baye. This is the first time. Man so mo ko fa ba e so friends young girls so mo fa e no salam power ka tira mo o ni club ka tira mo say we no e be hwe se na e be mamo bibi papa ejuma pa ye kaya yefo banya ejuma e no mo sorry je o mo chi and that is what happened.
So the gas in the car is
salam betnase because how did the salam betnase ka tira mo say we o enu mo ge page mama mo nti bumbra. Yes, no more. Dabi. Yes, I lose now. Also, we buy a cover now. Lose now. Bad. Okay, salad now. Say it. In don't buy some more page, mama.
Oh, he said, "Well, he
said, throw scammers. Wait, near scammers." Open up say scammer. And I'm not sure you know scammer.
Say, "Well, he found a more page, mama."
Say throw. Okay, say why na samo okuko jina na okache okada for say obama VW no. Okay. Why? Say ko ha. Nto onim corners na uko hu guys na otwa be di oji. So ye di amu ye no ye mi say be say ye na be si. Stop bia na obia say chie de be chi omo. Say chie be chi. So anaju ye mo bi red carpet. Ye mvani unko be bia say if you want to nyawo no pa be tu enyimre so far as a friend say japa won kwan de anaju e be che because amon de fie anapa amon da fie.
How did you know?
Oh, that's why we get them in the night. It took a long time to get even Akpalu. It took a long time to get Akpalu.
Really?
But because no one need John Kese brain into one thing can be brain into one control from no.
I don't know all dodgy.
Master Dodges, oh, me Dodges no more. Dodges no more. Omo drive car mon park, they say Solomon drive not Uber. Yeah, any moment na.
Really?
Yes. Omo ndefie. It's a quiet be fast to achieve biano. None of us giving that money, be omo. If they will continue doing the demonstration, continue the demonstration. You bet. Now, it's coming close to omo demonstration and kasa. I'm lead no. And so waka dada obi say ukati tramadol so na want this one. Say anyone day. This is party issues. They don't deal with our party issues, no. Because I say videos na buy any. There say obi twa video na o shi we you say na do talent be you.
Well.
Yes. But Salam to be my movies and one shit, no one want to enter video. I'm a blockers non nature by say, it's me we just to attempt it. But a chidi a bet you. So if you do speech, commander, obi to me card Rebecca, but who can try bet you? Who can try bet you? But sir, someone for Kasa. People are speaking, but who can try bet you? You can't sit here and threat anybody because you see 2028 elections and a party never elections so a party and yeah no gentle every yeah opposition no yeah elections na day in as someone for the yaje the enya some for yaje but me say no ba ko to so be saje but say na we say elections day in no party will deal with MPP.
But no, almost they have a strategy to frustrate.
Omuni bibia. Because if we were constituency, 34 constituency in Greater Accra, we executive has almost 15 executive per constituency. One team raising for 150 MPM demonstration, the war party.
So how many seats?
Accra, me Yes, sir. Ala o ka di o ga na say. Accra dey answer maybe e hom ba ko ma men kan ho. Trubo. Anya wager. Me san. Yes, one. MBB yes.
Akatre.
Me say ka bi me share. Kai.
Oh, mean.
So Costa dey only be o Costa no.
Voter nil.
Yeah, because coastal area say there. I mean, no coast area.
Area no. Okay. Ubon say. And how do you see almost 4 seats?
I know the. I say if the man from one. Four now menya.
But Ninya is 34. Hey. Actually, I didn't know.
Because if you call demonstration, now one of your aspirant, almost even Sabo, on I say, also boys pa. Now one to me and Gadan Crawford close to Alajo. Want to be on Gadan Crawford circle there, then party now go. Until wait to be intimidated to you. Yeah, demonstration, Commander Huye. Yeah, demonstration of my 16 regions. One day, actually, among 40, almost every region, this demonstration maybe. When you have the right, then send the right message, you know, Beko. We want them to tell people say yeah, but I'm happy. So I must say yeah, but buy a mom red carpet. That is what they are saying. In fact, me Salamundra or say issues now. Abonya ka must have any problem. I'm saying Abonya ka no, but you can fear now do 12 o'clock. You can how mo.
Come on, Kwabena no.
Salam time be my timetable you bet you. About salam timetable ni na bi kale time be na say bet you. But as for say boy who say say no then we cannot act
no,
on them.
No, I'm not for believe say people in the day. And
I'm going to MPP MP and say you know, am I confused? Am I confused? Am I confused? And I will call all ban also fire a friend say I sent an ogo to be shiny friend say and I be. Then so obey.
Also,
and so say chebin dra. And say only there say we'll do also. Hey, Charlie. Also, MPP say I don't know whether they want to now move into the concert group say on the concert.
Penny if simple as that.
Oh. Now do original that's the original bank Moka say on the scene say by who say I be Ghana no. Oh, change.
I didn't have say 3 ampo. Wager
no 4
wager and yaso tum and trubu. But you know English man from NDC.
It okay phone na. Intermediate to me say I had the over coaster there near ye free o de had there. Okay 4. Conquest Central.
Okay.
Conquest Central.
Conquest Central. Okay.
Conquest Central.
Okay.
Conquest Central.
Okay. Okay. The 4.
And so
Live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. Okay, so Greater Accra, I'll say Accra 4 pe. Greater Accra, Accra 4 pe. We have other messages. Tema Central account. Tema Central.
Because of the case, yes.
Bibi, Ibi Bright. Right. Ibi Bright. That's
yes.
Yeah, Tema Municipal Chief Executive. Okay, so one. But my for Divine, me last one. So Divine, back to you. Yes, and then Humusa down kwa a new research be or the aba that share a year trend for now. The president ne popularity no because of the oral and say I think another indicator people are not happy with him. That is Musa Dankwa's meaning yeah. So I raise sa issue no. Some of them believe that look, after the judiciary no sentence no now and ramene a year lawyer Ansah saridi komo with a year Justice Bafuboni. Do you think Justice Bafuboni can work in such a way that people will not think say, oh, okay, so this is a reason why you use the constitution to kick out Tokonu, to bring in Bafuboni, just to use him to jail your opponent?
Bobie, in the first place, Bafuboni, I would like to look at his appointment and as his nomination from a point of competence and aptitude.
Madam, we are sending me a message. Alaji Hadi, also for a party that chased journalists in reference to Menasi into exile, killed Amneswali, and arrested countless others to be organizing a demo about the Muna. It shows hypocrisy, and it shows MPP are hypocrites.
So,
let's go, Justice
Bafuboni. The competence, you know, there, in doubt.
No, but your opponent, no, I won't say your opponent. Okay, so your
Ghana's opponent.
Yes, but also your opponent.
Ghana's opponent.
Do you think, say, a bino opponent ever fan on that plate that yes, based on his competence, or aye, Masa, okay, you gum, any kokan.
Yeah, what can I say?
Said the other saw you into the free, we get to through.
Oh, asem we so Bobie, you be can say. But ma me araba tokonu de, that some de, e fa twere baby answer. Na e hwe de wo ye nimu ne enka ho asem. Because how they ba say because of what people will say bia we hunti a. And they say ka yi Charlotte say few we. So can declare another president by
but then this also complained about Jane that she was brought in for an agenda.
And I'm person major say even if she was brought in for an agenda, omu declare results yanje or declare results yanje.
Any agent.
Say declare results. Opro, I don't know some of the things one my sentimental emotional. I don't know the other no you know ma be kwa ho sa what them ni fie sa. It ends there. But see, reality is something there. It goes beyond just rhetoric and commodity you. The fact is that sometimes brea complaining about madam get to do kono say basi. Most of MPP for cases be brave. Only lawyers from penny for the dinkomwa. And negotiations on the winning cases and your law. Even the lawyers will tell you say some of the big cases are winning in meetings ni kobo so ansa na mu to me winning and then mere law no mu koti or court to her. So if that's the case, they see a year resetting na bema o here ni mo bro wani say me madi me o here ni say minima di big man kokota me go kasa ma di national organizer ntino sarasa munye de cry be di ama no ne ye dem emra no beto se ne esese ne fata na ye adwuma pepepe eno an obi an hwe Ghana ha say yo ena meti mi nua MPP ni ba ko bi o kase or no suspect say bafu boni or wo no undermine if any say mami geti because of appointments now waje no because no expect say mami geti ebe mistake no aba beji the post sebi obi an ensum obi say asemonto no but asemonso ba obi nchire de benefit ni de osu wo mu ede ya bibi besi tu ene besi wo mu obi kono obi so eba obi kono no obi enso eba. And you know, the point we are trying to make it, they say, at the end of the day, me the misusuni say, Ora bafu boni, mombe yeti say mami geti. And there's a certain posture about the NDC right now I like. Unim say judgment because no be a opinion kra. Omo members share ye indimotiomu ana ye mpamuomu ana say revoke appointment o. Unim so bia to meet the diverse views case bako na obi e che na dwen wo ho
from NDC side.
Yeah. Obo say case no e cause the CAU. O dia abronye case ba yi. Judgment ba yi. Enka obi be assume say enka the main beneficiaries of judgment no ye NDC for and I say pro government people. But judgment the be no NDC for na condemn judge ni say no basis original so a the man second year friend say remand no there one can sem ni one chire mu ye based on law no there we deviate oti bi da e wa bakọ say mu say na nado time yetumi eye niam fichire basabasa onu ne party for to me e bibio ma no kasa
you dare not
utumi and kase u be chire wadwe na o be ka bibi never, it will never happen. But it happened under even saying another time. Eti me no kase say me ora ba boni insem no de. I believe say adwumadie no ai de amano no. Ombeye no frinchim, ombeye no senia ye expecting resource na e de sa friend say gidie na ye hwe judiciary no mu no ebeba. Eno an ye hwehwe egwa say obi akoko hu obi won chen obi akoko obi because o hwe Madam Gertrude send your ball show war judiciary honor hey Bobie me say me call law school here but only obi or primary ni JSS ni kura some of the cases be and ebe mountain the way o handle no ultimately say the woman was just petty. And you ask yourself say how did she rise through the ranks e could do sa level or be chief justice no even look at the cases or the court in the baby or board junction any baby or board diversion taxes in the you can clearly tell say the woman was not up to the task like or not competent enough to be there. Intermediate I'm happy say ora bafuboni amana chance no and o meye adwuma no se ne ye digidie no ebeba ma manfo mu say yes onu nti ne de na ba beto ho no mo ko chiacha corners mo dance or one day for me wabano mombe to target obia mombe target
that is where the conversation
no
is.
mombe target obia say ebia ombe use the opportunity to settle personal scores and I say ono an issues be and I say microphobia mo bia manipulating no and for achieve a certain agenda. It is about the interest of the nation. Because Madam Tokonu dia or tina hono mu a na do the ball show yi sabi you say ko etutu ni ba say ke use ni free
o cannot with abebuom on cannot no ne direct
there be patch say kasaneti a say ke use ni free because shanyama wo yi sabi you common sense e say wo mpo na ka say wo tumi advice na adom say ade we de ho de men ko ho e ho ye ko ho na ka Bobie we betumi aka chem say me birth set to me identify me nationality na birth set no ye trust I ntro o mother o father ye trust me be o movie o mother no father no ye trust akodi ever say you etimi wu in foreigners crampo ewo even say Ghana yati ase to me basis. But on that website no, o mother no father no indicate baby omofi. Yes, also indicate omudin ni nyina also. Omumedi name krampo yes also ehwehwe. O maame. O say still that was not enough. Maame wait to me tenase. To me, you see the case against electoral commission. Na maame wait say there be oil panel she what to kwan da obeba no. Who is on the date ni ko share ya? Or the date e share abra ya registration exercise na wie. Okay. No the date no e di aba say afiansa ye be di nkomo e o court ho no. Ne niam ye niam bebre ho no mo issues about SAR. Look at how she handled. Look at how she wanted to undermine Parliament. Speaker of Parliament decision. Any the arms of government struggle. Mesi mami we nyamin kwa de fefi na ka bomb bi obeto ato Ghana no. And we are nyamin na say that as say Ghana for decide they say omubema the winning party no that overwhelming mandate no. Na ka koye 50-50 ka 49-50-51 na. Omani da so nyina ni get you. Omani da so nyina ni get. Say Jim ebebo show no one side. Jimensa bosho no ya declare unti asia kokot udu onsa mami geti su jina on number 5 ball no wa embarrass utie Thaddeus that Thaddeus nenansa o say mami no o say on 50 time of starting Supreme Court a check more than 15 years okra or starting so Supreme Court on justices na deal o say for the first time like madam get to me like undermine no disrespect no gaggle or ma make you comment or ma kasa unya isa we can be no keep quiet let me finish or so finish that it is under ma we nyina no dey ani eti akire ni po enye lawyers enye adwuma or legal fraternity no kra we could clearly see say the woman was not acting professionally eti no ora abafo boni the oba benya opportunity na we nya no enye Ghana fo nyina na benya enye judges fo na nya once I just opportunity we no offer mbra ne French onye ne kroji sane ete sane sane fata na mbra no on administer no sane be benefit Ghana for me no ne hear me.
One comment here, no choice is divine. I can assure you the justice for Bafo Boni is the sincerest judge Ghana can get. He is my uncle. And his nickname in the family is Uncle Wasem Nyede. He does not condone wrong doing, even if you are his family member. Okay, so Ibrahim Adam says, and he always think about equality and equality. There are other messages in there, but Minia, do you think your opponents are not going to accuse your party that look, you guys just wanted to forcibly imprison us until my yesa in Accra100?
Commander, someone kasa somewhere. You say in Chomo in Amfanko Hospital in Chomo.
Why?
Oh, it's political statements, but that will not stop the law to work. That will not stop. Wait from next month. These are the things the lawyers it's not we ruling other we issues but law on the Bejuma. Say about
but most opposition you raise issues.
I'm saying that yes.
And then
yeah, raise the issues so no. We prove it. Ebedu electoral commission is issue. She took a time so one panel idea person of any ebedu be because not minister of minister security can say send na dini kono ebe ha yo MPP time minister of minister security can say send na moya 9909090 no ebe ha yo alibu ya kwa mo fa 2 bi mo mo alibu ma ya say 2 bi enka. But you see the issue here also will come to a kind of legal leaders at war. I have a trust in our Minister of Attorney General. Attorney General, on kaja say kase oyare. Tense na bakune ye no. Say oyare kase oyare na yemfa connection bin from na. Debi. And so far, who say na chief justice former chief justice or court bia no a certain general court anytime they get the case right the judge is on the same as in the hall.
Yes.
Kind of a leadership now war and never fight issues way. And I believe say case is be a debate court and judge be a better so but who say case is a buy no a case ya will deal with it. So they will talk on Bekasa. Kasa they will on Bekasa but a better time because I never from because
when the person feels say hey who see me
now okay they say uti in kabium untimi otimi kasa baati bium
so on the obedi chairman to omu group no
Dabi what Dabi we who ade no who say we ben
omu group
Dabi who say we ben Dabi so onam no onam they say onam na who things I want to come to
ne video bi na appear na so dream can was it real or AI
Dabi me
divine say video now want to be no dream because the program you say
yeah real so media for person of say jani
Emeka no
mom me ha no
are you sure
me ha me through any
Pastor I didn't know baby if I say abronye when Black Maria no at least someone for one the fans will do one obi gate now or come obi and in chiwon and also be the chako they be sa they obey around the obanya fans obi o wa obe kasa be obe contest elections into be you omu adia kasa danya vote but say go be dem there on be dem and I trust in the leadership in fact law court say the court now needs say
that is where the argument is
because they very need because you have a chief justice a town judge court he knows what he's going to say chief judge na what dina banaba say she ni mo won ferry o man ka kire esi omoni they can tell you who is he
because now no nenye neat mawa e dey na chance of person opponent accepting say and then you need
me say no Inyama na omode but they cook it and bring and do what he want to do.
And then the chance and na dey odi ani be genuine.
So far. A man for a patch o nyama na dey kono man for a patch o yan ka hospital asemu. A man for a patch o say man say man interest ko ya bokro no. A man for a kase ya bokro do ba bu fire mama red carpet in faso. Enu na ye say mon ye people this are reality. Enya dey obi betimi atena say adini obi nya boni o ba me ye ne say waye boni. That's the issue.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. In 2024 elections, we raise issue on some printing houses. So some printer only needs that capacity. No, a month 4 years. Say one number rigging ballot papers.
The one number printing.
At the end of the day, those the same printing house on the stop say what printing East region, West region, you stop here. Okay, I said that two regions, you said how ballot papers. Yes. We raise issue. You raise issue. No, I can say those printing houses. You careful also. But that is where they believe that the bomb game. We stop it. It is the kind of evidence and all they call mix the issues. And I can tell you, say we will not go. That's what I say. We will not rush on the issues. Yes, we promise. Say, alright, you bet you one for. But you won't rush on it. You won't rush it also. Because, Commander, National Health Service issues, so teach them here. I will be surprised. Say this Abonsa got to say
National Service.
Yes, this Abonsa say Judge is couple hour. Won't mean Bokulu also and Mobi also. Because when you listen to the issues. Yeah, more. Mr. Udashe, Obi awako yoko ababia no. So far, what interview Akbalo?
Debbie.
What is a video view?
On so mu grumu no.
Yeah.
Grumu for sabamu.
Hello.
That's why you grumu for sabamu anu aye din.
But
you grumu am wa dem ada.
Because I say, omo nke samo ko do one a. Evidence there they show no. Enya dia salamu mu ye demonstration was so. Enya dia. In fact, that dia mu ye kura pon they even help them to go in. I believe they give us hope say I have that trust say Bafoboni and it just shows the DC believe in the say obi say a year time take it. Yes, because for money no Ansah mo fa madam
Tokunu.
Eko fa say there be onye one asemo because we no air cut 2012 elections no we are my one we are my NTM few. That's what the MPP did. Although that time grab some of the questions he was asking. Yes. Those times, but he said that be me Juma. But he was punished based on that. At least Obaya 1 year, Nyamia Dobanya 1 year, the one must also the contract 1 year ago.
Thank you. All right, thank you so much. Divine, it has to be here. It's all Johnny. Get the review. All right, but what you say, Nyamia Duma Ochina and Professor Dr. Sir George Reko, Bobie, if you can remember. Ochina no more 1 week. Ewo a Kumasi. More man a mass and a 11. Our Lady of the Holy Rosary Catholic. Ken University. Nti mo mbet mi akwakoja abusuano na ai mo akwakoja omo. Why? Yes, mara.
I only say need for no back on so pinwa.
Why no?
Madam Rebecca Kufado.
Oh yes, can be.
I also need 200,000 for annual first ladies women's annual first ladies women's day celebration. There's a party with you and also need 200,000.
Ndini na samo kuna limo omo.
Ai, omo friend.
Ndi Rebecca so now o ye needy.
O ye needy. And I say other one. But me atwisu ba ko.
Me pe needy no ah. So value. Thank you, Divine. Yeah, say. Okay, I got an argument. Otibenka, good evening. My main car amount for say flame condoms. Flame condoms. And open condom papa ejo na agbade condoms ni bi wo ha o de sha sa no mo keka o sa no mo keka yesa me Kwabena na me ka sa no mo keka sa condoms ni bi wo ha o de sha etimete ebi wa yesi ye friend in hojo ni ahojo me pa cho enye flame condoms ai na smooth pa udi twia udi twi ni nyina no na ye no ano eso ahu na stimulate enema kama pa ene de se oba use condom bia flame condoms ye na ese wo use ai go tv si men kan kire wo say dial star 759 hash wodem twotum pa na se de the European leagues aba go TV show enti se wuntimi yanum de ya no aju go TV enkoda no be hwe movies efie be ye de efie be ye nika papa afa was men kan tell say Ghana ha over 2 million Ghana cedis is up for grab in the still mensaka promo MTN promo. I was it win daily cash from 100 to 200 cedis, weekly jackpots up to 2,000 cedis, plus yellow is routers. Na bosumi bia prices na ekwa 5,000 cedis. Na mega draw no was it a massive 100,000 Ghana cedis. With more grand wins of 50, 30, and 10 cities, 10,000 cities. Not just with them. Mensaka promo for Wishem Wate. Mamenka Ghana Fonina say, we a Imbus Heba Mesha. Imbus Heba Mesha Smen Kancha Ghana for. Say, a yanumbi. Na enya pumding. I boost immune system no. Etia yarwa hodwo. Na yare ama meka wanto ho yare timi sell imbus eba mesha was it from 0246 0208 496 Marcot Surgicals adwumako kase a won say ne obi esi dan a ope prime area na Kumasi ope baby a prime pa e Kumasi atasman so ɛhɔ te say yaka se yɛse ufie wasi ufie wɔ Chado ɛne na kyerɛ sɛ kyerɛ sɛ wɔ bɛma wabɔbra Marcot Surgicals wasi ope ensase 100 by 100 meters 200 by 200 200 by 100 ni nyina wo Kumasi atasman so benya bia ba ne bo ne da fam ɛna ɔmo wɔ ɛdan kɛse Kwame Nkrumah Circle ɔmo de ɛma ɛyɛ rent from 0244 314310. The luckiest, and get yourself involved in the luckiest. Ubedi di pocho. Mamenka Bills microcredit. Was it unhia Ghana card? So upesika di abon bra aye juma amo di akosua. Bills microcredit. Enye kofa collateral bra. Ana kofa we bra. Di unhia ye Ghana card. From 059 6920 and was a main country a up to date estate and construction. Up to date estate and construction say. One more say e was Hills Mutual. A year almost de yi akwai eden kane akọ dadawo. And the problem said there anyway. Problem no day. Patapa Jesus. Problem no day. But was it a Fibia anniversary? On anniversary no hono ene omu ye ya o say asase 30,000 what is about 25,000 ai Friday and Saturdays and past 7 a.m. biano omoko ensahwe eko visit sites ubetimi no mako omo pake e wala shibi Shalom Sport omo office no wala shibi Shalom Sport wa eye bus stop wa no mo from 0531 228 238 Unsabetimi aka after live at Accra100.5 Citizen Show. We have Stones, Kofi, Amwa, maybe Marble. Hey, now what you say? Hey, Marble. Actually, say Kofi or Twabo. Eja kwaba.
Yeah, Jao.
Eja yini nkomo.
Yo, me da se mama wetie fo ina adwo ene akwaba ede aba Accra100.5 so. Na sadia ye dwumedie etie no ye bebo Ghana fo enchiremu enkakra. Na obia nsusu ehu ye modern bo a ye bo ene edwuma pa ye ede eboa oman ti asefo Ghana. Ene ti ye dwumedie no de owura oba bema aketesia ana abrante a me paucho wo nsoso wo enusuade hunu na wo botai bi esi we ni so na wo dwumedie bi di na opese wo nso wo bra no eyimre ewo Accra100.5 so no me ma akwaba ede aba Kofi Amoako Marble Stones Selling Production me pacho me bebo nkomo pa nya na ye wo ye dream house nya na ye wo ye fie ye dan dada a ye pese ye renovate ye pese ye siesie na ye madan ni beauty no ewie pe ye madan no nanum nyam no esan eba na ye ma efie no eye akono na efie no eye enije no me pacho Kofi Amwa Marble Stones Selling Production. Me pacho ye dwumedie me ba be chechire mu ede akyerɛw ma wonsusu wenye mu ahotoso wenye mu gidie se me pacho achia na emuye de a eche akasa bebuo nyina me pacho ende me ba be kyerɛw se efie dada no ubetimi aye no foforo se wo swimming pool a opese wo ye ana wo school a opese wusi ana wo kitchen ana se wo floor bi a opese wo design on na afi eye fe no me pacho you are welcome to Kofi Amwa Marble Stone Selling Production. Me pacho sa wuti trotro mu ona mo bi feature unya ya nka nkomo beti akwa kosi adaje ne ebrenti a me pacho ya dwen ho ya ye nhyehyɛ ede ama ya homa bofo a ye didi dwumaje na afe me wi a mechechire mu akyerɛ ma weni age ama we hu nse akyea na embu ye ampa me pacho ya homa ye didi dwuma no 0244 27 1375 0244 27 13 75 0244 27 13 75 anase 0203 06 200 6 me fani biem 0203 06 20 06 0203 062006 Kofi Amwa Marble Stone Selling Production. Me pacho yaka Kofi Amwa Marble Stone Selling Production. Me pacho shalon so mami niti e wo mu nyina ne se ye de abefo kwan so nyansa aninimdie a onyame de amahe ene de entete a yaage ena ye de ye edan ho adwuma me pacho edan a ye sie wie a me pacho opese edan no enya ahoden soronko edan no eye fe ma obi biara obeduru no obehu se ampala onipa kono nani abie na enye sika nkwa ne ye de ye bibi na mmom ya adwen aninyansa no Kofi Amwa Marble Stone Selling Production ye betimi aye adwuma wei e de amaw ama na aboa wo esiesie wo dan foforo ama na aye fe edan dada nso so yetimi esiesie ema no ayefe na yedwumadie yi etesen me pacho eye aboa eye obo ade nsa no ena ya papai na ye shape no na ye siesie no me pacho ye wo emu asorto different me pacho ye wo marble stone a me pacho ye de ye kitchen a eno de ye polish ye paint so anasa me kan sa me ka ye paint so a enye paint ne de na mbom ye polish said obi timi polish ne mpabo ama otimi hwe nenim se de sojafo ene police for de tie no sara ena ye wo sa abo ne bi e wo ho na enije sem ne se abo we ye wo na asorto ye wo ni different mpacho ye wo sizes enso so ewo na enije sem esan ewo mu no nse se me pacho ye timi e de to edan ho yetimi ede to o floor eye efom efie ni finfin anasa o bedroom anasa o hall me pacho o kitchen yetimi eto ewo ho me pacho yetimi eto ewo dan ho ye beka ni se swimming pool na wo ye no me pacho Kofi Amwa Marble Stone Selling Production pacho ebetimi abeto swimming pool ni mo ama wa nsuo no enliki na enije sem ne se ye wo enkrofo a o ma agentete na o ma akwadar mu na adwuma won mu nimye na ye adwuma ya ye nsoso esanse ye wo hunyansa ni nimdie ne ntete ye nti me pacho oman ni ntweso ne monte ne bebi biara ye betimi aba ye adwuma wanwaso yi ede amount na adwuma ya ye nsoso me pacho ya to ma wa mesra wo hia paint sister mesi wo hia paint woche o de ache a Ansah ma wo afemu ne de Ansah ma okra no 20 years Ansah ma okra 20 years no afe na ne kala na asha ase den ekofom nya se abo na ase yo na mbom kala no asha ase den ekofom na no so yetimi ehye na ma edema we unkoto paint ma me pacho se paint na okoto no paint green na enkoye lemon debi Kofi Amwa Marble Stones ena ye kanfo ede amount na enije sem ne se Kofi Amwa Marble Stones ya ye ka ho asem ye nationwide delivery omanyi mu bebi biara wo na dwumekuo yankasa ye wo takwa ena ye wo na ye wo cars articulator sade obro ne beka cars atenten a me pacho misro 24 hours ye adwuma enenti misro de ye hia nyina ya wo befre ya homa bofo se wo pe Marble Stones bi me pacho wo nkrofo mbeto ama wa ye de bebre wo pese ye beto ma wa ye beba beto e de amount na Kofi Amwa Marble Stones ya ye ken me pacho yetimi edi siesie wankasa wa bansoro steps we 229 na me uteti aso no ye tumi eba beto ewo so edema said ya misdi kan no swimming pool mu ye to floor form efie no finfini o hall o kitchen ye betimi ato esiesie ni kama afa ye betimi kra de ya abo no efe obetimi di egu ye o flower pot o flower pot wonhwire nkruwa no obetimi edibi egum kama ama efie ho omokra ayefe ama efie ho omo ayakono ama efie ho omo aye nije obi ho te compound house we twie adware ye twie sister bra o use Marble Stones ya hu hia se obekotwi me pacho use wo flower hu hia se obekotwi me pacho etim na wonim se Bible na nkasa mpo twerɛ kronkron no ankasa ka abo ho asɛm twerɛ kronkron no kro ka abo maako dumienu empo osofo Aaron na atare na wɔhyɛ no ɔde yɛ asɔfo dwuma wɔ konkron bia hɔ mo no kra no na atade Israel ma edin maako abo dumienu na ɛwɔ na akoko opa akoko kan Exodus chapter 28 verse 17 to 20 wɔ hɔ sara na kro konkron Jerusalem na ɛba asase so no Revelation chapter 21 18 to 20 so ɛka sa abo ho asɛm enti abo so gina hɔ ma ade ɛyɛ fɛ abo so ɛkyerɛ sɛ foundation papa steadfastness so wo ho say wutim ni a wutim onsesa enti kofi amwa marble stones de mepacho empo embri ensai enye tantantan debi mesrew bra ma yendi dwa ni yenko siesie wo dandada no emfema yenko ye wufie no emmo no emfema mepacho yesi osikeni ena owo ade yefe eni nti kofi amwa marble stones and selling production takwa ena yewo nanso yesi o man ni ntwe so ne mbo nte no so mepacho ehien na wo mi mbo kro bi enje bi 16 regions ni na ye supply o pese wo betu wo ye nchempo na okokoton a ye de bema o pese ye ba ye wadwuma no ema wa ye baba e de ababa ma obi bisa se na kofi colors ben ena mowo kofi amwa marble stones colors de ye den mepacho ya homa no 0244 27 1375 0244 27 1375 anase 0203 06 20 06 0203 06 20 06 Kofi Amwa marble stones selling mepacho colors no ye wo asorto said the americano mpacho ye wo red color what I say ye wo kokko e wo abo ye kokko mpacho nye se abo a mesre wo de kwoto ho mo a na wo de koye wadwuma na nansa na ase ye odebi mese anche kra no ne color no kra anche kra ye 20 years afe ye multicolored one so ewo ho colors different and ewo abo ba ko so eno so ewo ho afe ye pure ash nso so ewo ho na chese ye ba beto ma nanka wo studio ha na me kire wo said the adan ahodo said the yesie design no na said the marble so netie said the bi ne sizes ne shapes no etia ebeye onwanwa ebra adwen ene ntiase so nti mama wa atiase se stone abo agina ho ma foundation fapem papa abo san gina ho ma ade eyefe ena afi abo so gina ho ma ade ensesada ensesani mudie inti mepacho kofi amwa marble stones mpacho ye wo modern word man koto paint ma paint mfedi man koto paint ma afebe so nche se o san ko paint wo dan foforo aje se dware no ye san wa no hu ni nyina esan ye no foforo bebre wo ma dan ho ye green mepacho ye to kofi amwa marble stones e wo dan ho a edan no yo so abobo etimidi etim mepacho we sika na wo de to chinchinga sika wudi difufu asoto sika na ebi wo ho enwi fa bebi no menka se ndibi na mbom kofi amwa marble stone said ebi mo keka se marble so de ne board na wontimi ntompacho wo moboa bosirimka bra kofi amwa marble stones na wa obehu se ye bo no ededa fom empo wonni sika kura bra ne embekasa yebetimi aboa ama wetimi awie wodan no enti estate developers yana yesisi adan asoto yana yesisi adan ahodo no mepacho bra kofi amwa marble selling stones na ye mwa na wodan no enyefe mepacho wo renovation bi ye wo school ho mo ana unim task no kra sesi ya to wo schools ne ye fenisen social areas no etoda etimi payen nanso marble so yi de empowder mepacho mesrel ye wode eso otro ene ebia ne najuma ene ye wode eso ye smooth nso ene ye wode eso ye rough so eho ne ho adidantem so won enti kofi amwa marble stone selling production omanyimo yene ye dikanfo yene ye kire se enibie ewo ho yene ye akofa tete ade ede aba yene ye akofa ade ewo twere se mu ede aba enti mesro maame enkosi wodan na enkofa paint bi ma echina paint ye green no mepacho ensan enko nkosai enko ye color foforo bi enko ma different color mesro de bi empe lemon ye pe lemon na anka ye to lemon enti enko paint wo dan green man be dan lemon ma mesro beji Kofi Amwa marble stones Kofi Amwa marble stone selling production yes here ne yedi mutintimai ye won krofo ye train no am betimi aye adwuma no e de ama wo dan ne shape be na ope design be na ope wo ho color be na ope e wo ho bra enhwe baby biara ema obi a endada won se edan na ebi wo ho aye fre tailing tailing no but ne chese dan ni base form no na ye da to wo kama na I wish sanka wo hweme na nka ma church said dia esi eyefe I wish sanka obehu marble so no said dia ti obi okra wo hu bi da obi timi kopie dan bi so no ogira ho no hwe han yese kwa nchen ade eyefe ye disika na eye so what I say nti Kofi Amwa marble stones dia me pacho mesraw oni edi dwa ontu sika engu ye eni nti ma church say omanyimu baby biara ubetimi afre he ya number no eye 0244 27 13 75 0244 27 13 75 and I say 0203 06 20 06 me fan biem 0203 06 20 06 Kofi Amwa marble stone selling mesraw ye bema wo dan dada no aye dan mono saa na dan mono de ebe te se de awonam heaven abonten so eni ntimi paacho mesraw enhwe benkum enhwe nimfa efen a aba ene yedi na ye wo nimdefo ne nkrofo akodare saa edwuma mu maka kire dada mesi ye wo all sizes ye wo all designs ye wo all shapes eye aboa me paacho ya papai na ye siesie na ya nwenu no na ye de tale woda ho maw na ye de siesie wo bedroom maw ye de siesie wo hall maw ye de siesie wo kitchen maw ye de siesie wo fie nanim maw ye de siesie wo school no maw ye de siesie wo swimming pool no maw ye de siesie wo walls no ho maw sister bra wan kasa wo behu ne se enyo osikeni na danfo ni priman so what I say enti bra na betobi na fakoye wadwuma me pacho ma ka kire me so swimming pool ebetimi asiesie di amount o bedroom o kitchen o hall ana ehe na wope o bathroom ana me pacho enko na ante taso so ma won kote nkohwe Kofi Amwa marble stones selling production ye beto bathroom e di amount ye besiesie o compound house no e di amount me pacho sika kitwe bi me say yeden sika kitwe bi na wonim se wonu Kofi Ameche me di ade ho adanse a se wa waste di me terrain no a me mfa adefo embe adwaman so ade ehia attention ade ehia care ade papa a ebe boa wo na me de maw ene nti Kofi Amwa marble stone selling production ya be adwaman so me say ye wotakwa na mbom oman ne ntwe so ne mbonte no so baby biara wo pe Kofi Amwa marble stones me pacho ye de bebrel Kofi Amwa marble stones ye de bebrel enti ye to nsafra adansifo ye to nsafra estate fo ye to nsafra won ye bridges won ede na wontimi mfa marble sen ye mesra ye abo uhia paint this time ye hia paint ye hia aboa ye design no ye hia aboa ya ye na kama ye hia aboa ye siesie na wa wo de to wo da ho na wo dem ana so obi bepie wa ohunu se brayi ohunu se sister nani ebie obi ka se bra Kofi enti wo pese wo kire me se enani akine ya mensa betimi aka na ane takwa na ye wo maka kire odada me se ye wo trucks ebia ni die didi so atekureta ten na ye de abo no aba ya anka se ye de enkrofo bebe yegu ama na adwuma no pese ye siesie wo dan no mawa ye be ye de ama sa wa so wo enkrofo ambe ya ye be ya ama me pa cho swimming pool no ye betimi ato marble stones no wo mu e de ama ma na ye fe a enliki wo walls no ye wo all colors design ben na wope ye frɛ bibi detailing me patro ye de board dynasty e de amount se ho na wopa ye be ne kama o step na wopa na wo de mu steps ana wa ban soro steps ana outside ana in ana Kofi Amwa marble stone selling de yaba ye baya yaka ye baya ye besom ye baya ye beye adwuma and into Kofi Amwa stone selling production turning yesterdays to future so what I say and no madada no ye de badachi ye beye mana ye fe ye beye emana ye wanwa ye beye mana bradwen ne ntiase so enti wan kasa fa weni behwe sade abo a eye ash said etie for weni behwe abo a eye multicolored said etie for weni behwe abo eye red color bra behwe said etie shapes ana designs ana sizes ana colors ana hotel ho mo ana ye besiesie no ema na ye fe ye be ye renovation no ma wankasa wo ehunu se ampala ye de ose ayoyo enti enkoto paint enkoto usikengu ema obi nkoto woda no ye no basa Kofi Amwa marble stone selling production 0244 27 13 75 0244 27 13 75 and I say 0203 062 006 0203 06 2006 Kofi Amwa marble stone selling production ye beto wo dan no ye beto swimming pool no ye beto wo hall ho ye betiesie wo kitchen wo flower pot no ebe ye fefefe freye na ye mra meye adwuma no emfe ma me du esi me da wase ye besan ehia biem